Welcome to the stream. I just accidentally reminded myself that Aloy exists in Genshin Impact. I maybe should build her one day just so we can maybe show her off at any point. Because I sure as hell forgot she was even a thing. Today on Genshin Impact, we are not doing that though. And we are not eating this. Instead, we are in Inazuma. And I have one daily quest left, so I'm gonna mash through that. Because its location is somewhat overlapping with where we need to go for today's event. And I was kinda scared of accidentally activating that off screen. So let's talk to these people. And just mash through that text, because I've done this event. Is this novel amazing? So many times already. Deadlines, oh no. Delays, oh no. What are you two arguing about? Oh no. The voice of reason, I am. Yeah, publishing, oh no. Novels about Onis, deadlines, delays. Oh no, printing. Postpone the issue, never. Oh no, reputation. Oh no, inspiration. Writing? Oh no. A bit of inspiration, yes. Inspiration. Yeah, inspiration. Oh no, not again. Okay, again. This will not be the last time. Oh no, delays. Got it. Let's go get some material. Oh no, main characters. Collecting items. Oh no, buyers. Groceries. I knew it. This quest can send you to different locations here in Inazuma City to gather inspiration. And the one by the grocery is the closest to the goal we need to go today. And I was kind of afraid it would be that way. But not close enough. So I guess it won't trigger any. Ha ha ha! Close enough after all.
Come on, boss. You can't just let this one slide.
It seems I did the right choice in not doing this daily quest before the stream.
You've painstakingly built up a reputation as the bona fide Beetle Battle King. You can't let that brat get away scot-free.
Yeah, that little punk must have used some underhanded trick to catch you off guard. I just know it!
Hey, chill, boys, chill. Relax. I just underestimated my opponent, and can you blame me with how boring the kid looked? So, yeah, no worries, that fight didn't count. Anyway, enough about that. We're gonna stick to the plan, alright? The almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme Beetle Brawl is going ahead. Then we'll bring out Crimson Staff. You know, the one I've been training for years.
Hey, it's time for the best voice actor. He's pretty good, isn't he? The AAEEBB.
Just imagine it. A whole audience cheering me on as Crimson Staff gets ready to crush its opponent. That kiddo will be trembling with fear. No tricks this time, no sir. Just an easy win for Ito.
All right, boss. Way to go.
Yes, fat guy is very well acted.
But we don't know when Shinobu's coming back! Where do we even start with organizing the almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme Beetle Brawl? Based on our experience with the almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum-Along Festival, we'll need to register the event with the Tenryou Commission and obtain a permit. And I think we also need proof of a venue rental.
At least with these names, you won't have any problems with copyright, I'm guessing.
We're going to need to pay for all that stuff somehow. If we want the Extreme Brawl to be even more extravagant than the Drumalong Festival, we'll need to spend at least 3 times the Mora.
Hey, Lichuan, just keep walking.
Stop! 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 We don't say Tenryou Commission out loud, okay? It gives me migraines. So we need some funds, huh? Easy. Just need to tweak our 3-day weekend policy, as well as our 1-day week policy. Let's work flat out and do 2 days on, 4 days off. That way, we'll work an extra 4 days between us, which means we'll earn 4 times as much. We'll be raking in the Mora.
Amazing, boss! Then all we need to figure out is how to make up the numbers for our team. And it doesn't matter who we pick, because you're practically a one-man army.
Shoot, that's right. That brat said he'll be bringing 5 of his top guys to fight us fair and square. But boss, you're the only one in our gang who's any good at beetle fighting. If they come at you in waves, you're gonna have a hard time no matter how good you are.
Ah, come on, you two. It's a little early to be getting cold feet. You're thinking too many steps ahead.
Is the cat part of your team?
Where's your Arataki gang attitude? Come on! I'll find a way to deal with this. Easy peasy, lavender melon squeezy. Maybe I can hit up my usual beetle fighting crowd. Or maybe I can visit Naganohara Fireworks and see if I can rope that gal into it. Oh, scratch that. If I did that, then news of me losing to that brat would spread around Hanamizaka. Ugh, my reputation would never recover.
I think your reputation is already at an all-time low, so...
True. So, Bullchucker, what are you up to this time?
Ah! Oh, you scared me. When did you get here?
At the beginning.
Seriously? We've been standing here for ages. We were headed to the Adventurers Guild, but then we saw you causing a commotion and talking about your next harebrained event idea.
Extraordinary and exhilarating Beetle Battle Brawl.
Hey, don't forget the extreme part. Can't do without the coolest bit of the name, you know? Compadre, you'll understand my passion for beetle fighting eventually. You just need more practice.
Ah, so you're looking for a way to recover your pride after a humiliating defeat, are you?
What? No, come on, it's not like that. I was ambushed. Ambushed, I'm telling ya.
That's right. Some poser calling himself Grandmaster Hanakato challenged the boss in a brief moment of exhaustion after an intense beetle battling session. He used a ridiculously huge Oni Kabuto and flipped boss's beetle over in a matter of seconds. And then he said something like, "Welcome to the world of real beetle fighters."
Mamaru. Easy on the details, my dude.
I think I understand the situation now.
Anyway, compadre, I've heard that you're talented at pretty much everything. You pick up new skills almost instantly, and before you know it, you're a pro.
Paimon knows what you're going to say next, Bullchucker. You're going to ask us to avenge you and defeat that Grandmaster Hanakato for free, aren't you?
For free? Flying lavender melon. Do you really think that I, Arataki Ito, have no code of honor?
Yes.
Listen, compadre, if you do this for me, I'll buy you both lunch for the next 2 months. 1 bowl of signature ramen every day for 2 whole months. How's that sound?
1 bowl every day? Oh, now that's an offer worth considering.
Did you finally land a lucrative gig?
That's the result of Boss's hard-won victory. Some little phony was going around calling himself the bona fide Beetle Battle King, and Boss couldn't put up with that. So, Boss challenged him and said whoever wins gets the title. After 92 brutal rounds of beetle battling that lasted 1 full day and night, the Boss finally emerged victorious.
Why do I get the feeling that his opponent simply ran out of patience? Or beetles?
But the kid offered Boss a 1 free bowl of ramen daily coupon from his family's ramen stall in exchange for giving the title back in 2 months. We don't know how good his family's ramen is, but the sheer quantity being offered made it too good to refuse. Besides, Boss's beetle fighting techniques are improving so fast that he'll easily have won a more impressive title by 2 months from now. It's a great deal. The only slight snag is, we forgot to ask him where the ramen stall is.
Don't sweat the details. Anyway, compadre, flying lavender melon, that's my offer. All that ramen just for you.
Wait! We haven't agreed yet?
I've already challenged this Grandmaster kid, and he accepted. He's gonna bring some reinforcements with him to face off against us. As for the venue, I think I have an idea. But first, compadre, I'm gonna need you to do me a solid and sort out all the pesky paperwork at the Tenryo Commission.
Why? Is that my job?
Sound good? Good. All right then, my compadre and melon duo, let's hop to it.
Sheesh! Ito sure seems excited about all this. Ugh, guess there's no backing out now, huh? We might as well go along with this. We just have to learn how to beetle fight and help him beat his opponents, right? Sounds simple enough.
Signature ramen. Here we come.
Ugh, listen to you. Is Bullchecker's childishness really that infectious? Because one Ito is more than enough.
Oh good, we don't actually have to do the paperwork stuff. I fully expected to do the paperwork stuff. We've lost our inspirations. Our inspirations are more than a
Traveling to
kilometer
other
away
worlds is all
now.
that anyone seems to be writing about these days.
Not bad. Mamoru and Akira have delivered the goods. Let's start setting this baby up. Ow! Now this is what I call an arena. Looking pretty good.
I thought the ow was him hitting his finger with a hammer.
Booyah, compadre! I didn't know you were so handy with this kind of thing. And this awesome poster I made is the cherry on top. It captures the mood perfectly.
Artwork.
Great carpentry, Traveler! And great artwork, boss!
This place seems pretty far from Inazuma City. You sure anyone's gonna show up to watch?
Oh, you bet they will. When you're as famous as I am, people will flock to watch you. I heard this is the spot where they held the sword fighting contest during the Iridori Festival. That makes this the ideal venue for Onikabuto duels.
Yeah, this is the island where we did our first duel event, right? Where we met the dog dueler the first time.
Next up, time to show you my invincible Onikabuto, Crimson Staff.
Oh, it really is a red Onikabuto! Amazing!
It's as if it's imbued with pyro. It sure does have a unique aura.
Huh. Paimon didn't expect you to put in this much effort. Where did you find this Onikabuto anyway? Can Paimon take a closer look?
Go ahead, feast your eyes. But I'm afraid I can't tell you what makes Crimson Staff such a special specimen. That's my little secret.
Huh? That smells so familiar. What is that? Wait, Valberry Jam?
Huh? What? Oh, you're imagining things. You must be, like, super hungry or something. Yeah.
Speaking of which, boss, you haven't applied a protective coating on top of the war paint yet, right? If it rains, then the 9,000 mora we spent on the imported jam is gonna go to waste.
Don't worry. The almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme Beetle Brawl hasn't started yet. There's still time to give Crimson Staff one last layer of protective coating. All right, you guys go grab some flyers and start bringing in the crowds. In the meantime, I'll be helping my compadre and Flying Lavender Melon here get up to speed. After that, we'll celebrate over a meal. So much going on. I've really got my work cut out for me today.
This your venue? Not bad. Bigger than I expected.
It's Grandmaster Hanakato! He's here!
Wait, what? You're not supposed to know about this place yet.
Aren't you forgetting something? Bonafide Beetle Battle King? We elite Beetle fighters can sense each other's presence. Or how else would we have crossed paths last time? Looks to me like you're still busy frantically preparing. Is that because you don't have a clue how to beat us?
No. In case you didn't know, me and my Oni Kabuto gotta get our brainwaves in sync before a battle. And until we're ready to roll, I always conserve my energy and keep a low profile. I just underestimated the strength of your Beetle Battler's sixth sense is all.
Huh? So that's the kid Ito lost to? Yeah, he does look pretty normal. But the way he talks is pretty unique. It almost feels like he was born to be Bull Chucker's arch nemesis.
Actually, I reckon they get along pretty well.
Grandmaster Hanakato! You did well to track me down, I'm impressed. Looks like this bona fide Beetle Battle King needs to watch out for pretenders to the throne. But you're about to regret showing up here uninvited because you have just earned yourselves a pre-Beetle Brawl trouncing.
Good. You seem more confident this time. And it sounds like you actually have a game plan. But if I crushed you right away, I'd miss out on all the fun. So I'll let my subordinates play with you first.
Using your minions to size up the competition now? Then we'll just send out Flying Lavender... Nope. If Flying Lavender Melon's representing the Arataki gang, we gotta rise to the occasion. We'll need a better title. Got it. We'll send Sky-Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon out to teach you a lesson!
Still a lavender melon.
Huh? Why Paimon?
Will it be a speed type Paimon or a defense type Paimon?
Boss! Are we seriously going to fight them right now?
We haven't had time to spread the news about the match yet. Also, your compadre and your compadre's melon haven't even tried beetle fighting before.
You make a good point, but the fact is, the kid's here now, and I ain't about to back down. We'll have to put the publicity side of things on hold for now. As for beetle fighting techniques, I'll be mentoring Flying Lavender Melon. Nope, Sky-Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon from the side. Battling's the best way to learn. Doesn't matter if you lose.
Hey! Why are you assuming that Paimon will lose before it's even started?
Go, White Iron Lavender Melon! Show him the might of the Arataki gang! Sending you out first is part of my elaborate strategy, you know. I got my inspiration from a Liyue tale that Shinobu told me. Face their strongest with your weakest, their weakest with your average, and their average with your strongest. Then you're guaranteed to win 2 out of 3 rounds. You may be talented, but you lack practical battle experience. With all the elite beetle battlers here, I'm afraid to say you're a small fry. By sending a dopey little melon up first, we can get one of their best fighters to waste all their strength on the low-flying fruit. We'll make short work of them this time.
But according to your logic, if you're planning to face their leader, Grandmaster Hanakato, doesn't that make you our weakest fighter?
Huh? That can't be right. You little twerp. I never said my strategy was exactly the same as the one in the story.
Fine. Paimon will do it already. But prepare to eat your words, mister! Low-flying fruit? Paimon will show you!
Tap the forward button to instruct the Onikabuto to expend a small amount of stamina to move half a tile forward and get closer to its opponent. This move will not deal damage. We are Beetle fighting now. Hold the forward button to instruct the Onikabuto to charge its energy. When the charging process ends, the Onikabuto will expend a greater amount of stamina to rush forward. When this rush hits an opponent, it can deal damage. The stamina consumed, the distance traveled, and the damage dealt will all change based on the amount of time spent charging. A fully charged rush will take the Onikabuto 2 tiles forward. If the Onikabuto reaches its opponent's exact position upon finishing its rush and hits it, it can perform a piercing strike to deal greater damage. You cannot trigger this special attack by tapping out to advance. And overcharging will not allow you to trigger it either, so exactness is needed. The time spent charging decides your rush distance. You can use the charging progress to judge how far your Onikabuto will advance forward. Tap the back button to expend a certain amount of stamina and instruct the Onikabuto to move 1 tile backward and dodge your opponent's attacks. If the distance of timing of the dodge is incorrect, the Onikabuto may still take damage. If both Onikabuto unleash their attacks at the same time, your Onikabuto will be knocked down without dealing damage to the opponent. Take note of the attack timings. And should your plans change, cancel charging to avoid unnecessary stamina expenditure.
Ugh, what a puny opponent. And what a garish Onikabuto. Pathetic. You can paint your Onikabuto any color you want. The only thing that counts in battle is their electro affinity, the source of their power. Being able to pick out a prize Onikabuto from the crowd is all that matters. That's what makes or breaks every Beetle fighter. That's a strange theory. Even Paimon knows that performance in battle matters the most. Honing your Beetle fighting skills is the most important thing.
That's exactly right, Mini Melon. Nice sounding theory, but it ain't gonna help you if you don't know how to fight. Listen up, White Iron Lavender Melon. You need to watch your opponent's Onikabuto closely so you can dodge its attacks. Then in the opening right afterwards, you strike back! As long as the opponent's in range, Crimson Staff will hit him hard.
Got it. So when the opponent attacks, we get our Onikabuto to retreat. And when there's an opening, we move it forward and strike while they're still recovering. Sounds simple enough. Paimon will give it a go. The Traveler heard the explanation too, so Paimon bets we're both ready for battle.
I hope we are.
Are you seriously learning Beetle fighting right before a match? You underestimate who you're up against. Enough talk. Put your Onikabuto on the table and show me what you've got.
Aye, Toxicola. Let's hope those beetles aren't toxic. Oh, A and D, huh? Sure is Beetle fighting.
Piece of cake! You don't mess with this White Iron Lavender Melon!
Amazing, Mini Melon!
Whoa! Whoa! Pretty talented, ain't ya? You sure showed them who's boss.
Yeah, I was just starting with our little mini melon.
You, my little friend, have earned yourself an egg roll later today. Huh? Yeah.
You're so strong, Paimon.
Ah, Grandmaster Hanakato. I lost to a complete novice. I've let you down.
Don't worry. It seems that there are a force to be reckoned with. We should inform the other generals to prepare for battle. You defy my expectations once again, bona fide Beetle Battle King. I didn't expect you to find such formidable warriors so quickly. From today onward, I will send one of my generals here daily to face you. Be sure that you survive until the final battle. Otherwise, your declaration of war will become the laughingstock of the entire beetle fighting world.
Aw, wait just a minute. Leaving so soon? What are you, scared? He's so annoying. Turning up here uninvited, talking to us in that smug tone, then taking off before we're done with him.
From what Grandmaster Hanakato said, seems like he's gonna send some of his minions to challenge us. Guess we'll have another battle before too long, huh?
All the battles, all the beetles.
That's right. Looks like we won't have time to make the almighty Arataki Extraordinary and Exhilarating Extreme Beetle Brawl the grandest event ever organized by the Arataki gang. Nah, works for me. An audience would have been sweet, but at the end of the day, we came here to battle, and battling is what we're gonna do. Look at you flying, sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon. Defeating your first powerful enemy, starting to make a name for yourself as a fighter, huh? Really gets me into the fighting spirit. Gets me thinking about myself back in the day when I first entered the Hanamizaka beetle battling scene. Yeah, taking on the pros for the first time.
I'm sure you had your fighting spirit, but you didn't exactly make a name for yourself back then, did you?
Oh, so did you also take down an expert when you first started, Bullchecker?
The boss got brutally beaten.
I think Boss is saying he was inspired by White Iron Lavender Melon's performance, because he himself was defeated back in the day.
Come on, that's all in the past now. Spilled milk, water under the bridge.
It was yesterday.
It's up to the three of us now. Me, the bona fide Beetle Battle King, Paimon, the sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon, and Traveler, the Oni King's right hand. The three of us have to unite to take down Grandmaster Hanakato and all his minions. Before we face each opponent, we need to talk strategy. As long as we win more matches than we lose, Grandmaster Hanakato will have to face me personally.
Bullchecker seems to be taking this all pretty seriously. Still, that beetle fight was pretty fun, and we do get 2 months worth of free ramen if we help him win this. Let's go along with it and do our best.
You still haven't seen me in action. I want to show my stuff too.
That's what I'm talking about! Just follow my lead and give your all in battle. Grandmaster Hanakato's about to get more than he bargained for!
One, 3, 2, 4, and 5. I guess we'll have to beat up everyone in order. Although we might be able to do them backwards. Let's see. The almighty Arataki, extraordinary and exhilarating extreme beetle brawl. In exceptional spirits, you and Paimon return to Inazuma only to run into the Arataki gang, who greeted you with hands clasped and expressions grinning. They seem to be scheming to deal with a mighty foe. Mollet the Smasher. Considerable combat strength at medium and close ranges. Attacks consecutively Medium movement speed. Don't need to teleport. We are already here. Tree is annoying. I guess we'll find out about that. Pain Grocer.
Arataki gang, I'm here to duel!
Oh, what now? Has Grandmaster Hanakato sent another kid to challenge me? Is he running out of people? Because this is some serious bottom-of-the-barrel material.
It's not you I'm after. Empty vessels make the most noise. This blonde gal, on the other hand, looks like a strong and able warrior. I take it that she's the real leader of the Arataki gang.
You're not wrong.
Now that's what Paimon calls a good judge of character. Go on, praise her some more.
Hey, what are you two talking about? Well, my compadre here is strong for sure, but, she's just outside help. Make no mistake, there's only ever been one leader of the Arataki gang, and that is yours truly, Arataki Itto.
So, should I be called the Oni King's temporary right hand?
Hey, nice idea! The Arataki gang may not be the strongest gang in the world, but being a leader would still be pretty cool. If it's cool with you, Paimon could be called Arataki for 3 days only Paimon. Or Paimon, temporary leader of the Arataki gang.
Hey, don't let your opponent lead you astray. She's clearly just trying to sow discord. Yeah, okay? All part of a nefarious plot to turn us against each other. Just wait till I defeat her boss. She'll be begging to take back her words.
Don't flatter yourself. I don't care about the Arataki gang's internal affairs. I just want to battle strong opponents. Let's see just how good Blondie here is at beetle fighting.
Let's find out. I guess once again, we'll have to do the middle one first before doing the last one. So let's see how this goes.
You got this. This'll be a walk in the park for you.
Yeah, remember the tips that White Iron Lavender Melon and I shared with you previously. Time your moves right and catch her off guard.
Dream on. You'll never dodge my moves, because I never miss.
Oh, a good hit. You missed. Huh? It's even blocked a strike that could smash a big rock. Unbelievable. So the rumors of your formidable strength and resilience are true. You are really tough. That was a good fight. Up for another round? Huh? Are you sure you want to spar with me again? You're so patient. Well, it's my honor then. How much more difficult will this possibly be? Right, I'm not supposed to attack at the same time as it. Alright, stamina management. It's a thing. Slightly harder, My Onikabuto has done its best. It's a shame that we were not strong enough. About Grandmaster Hanakado. Why are you asking about Grandmaster Hanakado all of a sudden? You're trying to get some information out from me, aren't you? Well, I'll tell you what I know. He and I are just business partners anyway, so we're not particularly close. Business partners, but you're just two kids. So what? I've supplied Tsukumomo groceries dozens of times, like the small trees and rocks I pulled out when catching Onikabuto. The stuff was then made into bonsai trees and rock gardens. And they look pretty impressive when placed in the store. They're sold in limited quantities from time to time, and together with Aoi's promotion, it's pretty good business. Aoi praises me and said that the goods I delivered are great. It could even be worth a third of many precious treasures. Grandmaster Hanakado always buys them at high prices, saying that he'll use them to build courtyards and hills in his Onikabuto's arena and make a camp for his beetles. So, by helping you and Grandmaster Hanakado in battle fighting, I'm also helping Aoi's and my own business venture. Okay, now Paimon understands where that name came from. Anyway, it sounds like Grandmaster Hanakado comes from a very rich family. Could his parents be millionaires in disguise? I don't know much about that. All I know is that every time he buys my goods, I'll earn enough mora for a few days' worth of Sakura shrimp crackers. Sakura shrimp crackers? That's it? Seems like he isn't so rich after all. Huh? What do you mean? Must make a lot of mora then. Maybe I'll just hang out with you, and you can pay me to be your beetle battler. Then I'll get to beetle battle with you every day. Money. Money isn't that important. Don't get so excited. Besides, Li-Huan isn't a beetle fighting professional, so even if you come with us, you won't get too many work opportunities. Is that so? Forget about it then. Anyway, after my bonsai and rock gardens open for sale, don't forget to pay me a visit and buy something. Clicking play again will take me back to the difficult select. I was wondering about that. Thanks for confirming. I like how the main character's head is bopping to track the kids jumping. Yeah, those details are nice. Did get all the challenges done for the first one. Triple Strike, Gunblade Mage. Considerably long distance combat strength. Attacks with thunder strikes, very agile.
Undisciplined, inelegant, unoriginal, uninspired, and completely uncoordinated.
Hey, what you complaining about? Oh, let me guess. All your teammates we defeated?
Ugh. I'm talking about your fighting style.
Huh? Have you been hit in the head by a specter or something? This ain't some circus show, pal. You want to know what my style is? Uncheckable strength, unwreckable will, and undefeatable beetles. That's what. I can give you a demonstration, if you dare.
Ugh, you bring back some bad memories. I do not deal well with loud and obnoxious types like you. Ah, but this blonde lady looks like easy pickings. All right, I'll challenge her.
Me again?
Hey, compadre! Did you hear what this joker just said? He thinks you're an easy win. So, how about you show him a little Arataki gang hospitality?
Haha, gladly.
Paimon doesn't get it. These people haven't researched their opponents at all. All they're doing by coming one at a time is contributing to our winning streak. Grandmaster Hanakado's team members are a real mixed bag. They're no match for us three when it comes to strategy.
Time for strategy.
Beetle battling is a spectator sport. The performance should be visually captivating, even artistic. You, however, don't seem to comprehend that.
Sheesh, this guy is pretentious. Just relax and enjoy it for crying out loud. If all you care about is how it looks, it stops being a battle and turns into a show.
You said it, White Iron Lavender Melon. Now, time to teach him a lesson, compadre.
Lesson taught. This is not right. No, I can't accept this. You got lucky, that's all. Ah, but if I do that, No, wait. No, there was no extra text for that. Never mind, I can't do that. Oh, that's bad. Stamina. Oh. The jump back is bigger than I expect, so I keep double tapping it when I really don't need to. Ow. Embarrassing, weak, useless. I am but a failure. Not decisive, nor sharp, nor quick, nor experienced. There's still room for improvement. About the Grandmaster. My benefactor. Sorry, I don't know much about him either. I only know that he has a keen eye for Onikabuto. When no one else was interested in my Onikabuto magic show troupe, he was the only one who kept coming to my shows. He even memorized the name of every single Onikabuto. Though the mora he gave me was only enough for me to buy 2 bowls of unagi chazuke, he is my biggest and only supporter. I would help him for free. Oh, so you used to actually train Onikabuto to put on shows. No wonder you used so many fancy words just now. Well, you'll go watch your Onikabuto show once we finish the Beetle Brawl. I've been barely able to make ends meet for years, so I'm looking for another way out. If we are fated, you may hear the name Wizard Moneybags again years from now. A rematch, is it? Yes, this seems worth the effort. Let us begin then. Okay, there is extra text for saying a rematch we want to do. I guess I'll not just try again. Even if it's just very tiny little text. Oh no, text. Not number 3. Super heavy defensive formation. Impressive melee combat strength. Attacks with quakes. Enhanced resistance to interruption. Oh yeah, that does sound like a problem. Let's see how well that goes.
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
The Cage Maker.
Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon, I have come to avenge Electra. Prepare your Onikabuto.
Oh my.
After I defeat you, I'll take down the entire Arataki gang, one member at a time.
But Paimon is immune to quake attacks because she's always floating.
Looks like we've got an adult this time. Why is this guy more excitable than the kids?
There's no need to be afraid, Paimon. Just another feather for your cap.
Well, White Iron Lavender Melon, looks like this guy's challenging you to a duel. And there's no backing down from something like that. Take Crimson Staff with you and go nuts!
We're going nuts. Big.
Alright, time for sky-cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon second match!
I see the problem.
Why is Oni Kabuto so big? Seems kinda unfair.
Don't you worry, an Oni Kabuto that's too big is one that's too slow. It's no match for Crimson Staff.
Your worthless little Oni Kabuto doesn't stand a chance. Even if you gave it to me for free. It'd be a waste of precious cage space.
Okay, I'm seeing a problem. And it's stamina management once again. Yeah, I'm not doing so well. Okay. The harder difficulty of this one will be a problem. I can tell. Can definitely tell. Ah, what a miscalculation of mine. I never knew you were so good. I don't think this was good. Electra, how can I avenge you? Another round with Paimon? Huh? Are you using me as some kind of free training dummy? How dare you? You're going down this time. I wonder about that. So a perfect hit goes through his shield. That's good to know. While weaker hits take like 3 hits to get through it. I'm kind of being cornered. And I'm not enjoying that reality. Yeah, that was... It started out well, but then... Not so well. Control your charge distance and reach the exact target location to use a piercing strike. Judicious use of this technique will help you defeat your foes. Bug off. Ow, bad start. I thought that was exactly 2 tiles. Maybe it's more than 2 tiles. This is going places. That was worse than last time. I see. Number 3 is indeed a pain. At least until I find out the exact distance needed. Or timing. Started off so well, and then it did not. Just one jump back is enough. Oh boy. Thought I had it for a moment there. Do something. Not getting the distance right. At all. Distance, stamina, death. I keep doing well for like half the battle, and then I stop. I'm glad there's no time limit or anything. Pain. Pain is the truth of this game. That was risky. There we go. I see. It's true that the Beetle battle's never about strength or age, but talent. Accept my defeat. What a pain you were. About Grandmaster Hanakato. Huh? Don't even think about prying Grandmaster Hanakado's secrets out of me. All you need to know is that Grandmaster Hanakato has the ability to let people see the error of their ways and enable them to appreciate the beauty of beetle fighting. Error of their ways? You sound so melodramatic. No. At that time, I was obsessed with woodworking. Completely did not consider how to bring the value of my woodwork skills into play. Then I saw my second cousin's uncle, childhood friend, nephew, Electra really get into beetle fighting, and I tried to stop him. Luckily, he brought me to see Grandmaster Hanakato. After listening to his speech, I saw how awesome beetle fighting is, and how naive I was. From then on, I started getting into beetle fighting, and put my lifelong woodworking skills into making insect cages to fully support Electra and Grandmaster Hanakato. Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon. You should also listen to Grandmaster Hanakato's speech, and then work for him. No way, Paimon is scared just hearing you say those things. Don't use such big words. Bonafide Beetle Battle King's words sound so much better. Why did I even bother talking to you two? Go then, wallow in your ignorance. My talent is indeed to restart without limits. How much worse can it get? Whirling Wrecker Wheel. Impressive long-distance combat strength. Attacks with various electro strikes. Extremely agile. Grand Rook Senichi.
Hey! Which one of you's the ringleader? Step up. It's time to fight. I am Grand Rook Senichi, a giant among giants. Grandmaster Hanakato has demanded the head of the Arataki gang's leader, and I'm here to collect it.
Whoa, he looks fierce and sounds it too. Seems like we're up against a really strong opponent this time.
Where do you get off, huh? And what's the big idea of putting grand in your name? You trying to steal my limelight, you little punk? Okay, giant among giants. Time to cut you down to size.
So tall. And you're an Oni. You look like you could eat me for breakfast. Why is a guy like you into Beetle fighting? It's just a kid's game. What have I gotten myself into?
Well, he is a kid. On the inside.
Excuse me? Kids game? Oh, you did not just say that. Seems to me like you don't know the first thing about Beetle fighting. Your misconception begs correcting by a veteran, my dude.
School him.
Yeah, go take him down a notch. You can do it, Bull Chucker.
Looks like this is happening. Fine, bring it on.
Tiny.
Don't look down on Beetle fighting, rookie. Whatever your name was. Even Paimon gets why it's fun.
And it's not just about fun either. Beetle fighting is about striving to be stronger and the spirit of competition. If you don't understand that, maybe you should find a new hobby.
I'm being out trash talked. This never happens. Too bad for you, though, because talk is cheap.
Oh boy, 6 damage. Ah, but I don't need to perfect strike this one anymore. That's already a good thing. I mean, it doesn't hurt if I do it anyways. This is awkward. I can't back down yet. What the? The Oni is really strong and he's full of righteous words. How can there be such people in this world? We're here to teach you a lesson. What's the matter? Don't look down on me. If you can't knock that guy down a peg or two, you're definitely no match for me. Are you taunting me? Oh, I see what you're doing. That's how that attack works now. Too bad for you. But that does not necessarily work. What a formidable rival! I admire your enthusiasm and passion, and I accept my defeat. No number 3 that one was. The Grandmaster? Why do you ask? Should never mess with him. You can't win him in a debate. And you probably can't defeat him in Beetle battle fighting either. Probably can't defeat him. Huh. You're sounding a little less arrogant than before. Looks like Bullchucker taught you a little lesson. How could you say that? I lost to him fair and square. I would never be that sore loser who refuses to admit defeat. I, Grand Rook Senichi, was outshone by bona fide Beetle Battle King. Even if he wants me to change my title from Grand to Puny, I'd have no objection at all. And since you're his friends, maybe you can put the Grandmaster in a tough spot in a way I never thought of. That was a very clever thing to say. You don't seem like one of those boneheaded bad guys. That's what the Grandmaster taught me. I used to go unnoticed, just a punk who got into fights with other people looking down on this and that. The Grandmaster introduced me to this kids game. He told me that pride and ruthlessness isn't enough. If I can't even win in beetle fighting, it would mean that I am less than a child. So for a long time I've been using beetle fighting as a way to prove myself. However, even the bona fide Beetle Battle King showed up. It made me wonder if I had been a little impetuous and misunderstood the true meaning behind beetle fighting. Well, you should think long and hard about that. It's one thing to prove yourself, but it's also important to enjoy the game. Prove your beetle in battle. One remains. Ironclad Beetle King. That's another huge one, isn't it? An Onikawato with an all-around development. Extremely powerful in combat of all ranges. Can attack with consecutive earthquakes. Can attack with consecutive thunderstrikes. Continuous and enhanced resistance to interruption. Medium movement speed. Has a mysterious hidden power. That's a lot of text. That's a lot of beetle.
Splendid! Splendid! I did not expect the Arataki gang to defeat so many mighty beetle fighters. It seems that you are well versed in this art. I take back what I once said. You are respectable and worthy opponents, and I must face you as such, with my full strength.
Alrighty, Bullchucker, you're our leader. It's your time to shine. And, don't take what was said earlier seriously.
Yup, bona fide Beetle Battle King. The King versus the Grandmaster. This will be legendary.
Oh, it's on! The final showdown and my soon-to-be final victory. I don't know how you've been leading your crew, but the results speak for themselves. The Arataki gang rules! Grandmaster Hanakato, get ready to battle.
Let's see. Big it is.
After many duels, your Crimson Staff has grown in strength. At least, it's far more confident than when it defeated Electra.
Oh, yeah? Hey, you have a good eye for this. Yeah, of course, its improvement is mainly thanks to my expert guidance and tuition.
Where are you going? Danmaku time? No? For a second I thought he'd have a special attack. Oh, I'm supposed to strike this before he does, huh? Ow. Didn't get a perfect. Too bad. But almost. I'm impressed. Your tactics are beyond my expectation. But I still have a few extra moves.
So the almighty Arataki Extraordinary and Exhilarating Extreme Beetle Brawl seems to be going pretty smoothly. Paimon's curious who's really stronger between them. Let's go check it out, shall we?
But first,
I see, I see. Let us battle once more. This time, I'll see through all of your methods. Victory and defeat no longer seem so important. Let's just battle for fun, shall we? It's rare that I should find such a great opponent. It would be a shame to end our battles so soon, would it not?
Sure, bring it on.
time for phase 2.
But seeing through my secret beetle fighting techniques? Nah, little fella, that ain't gonna happen.
Oh yeah, good position with the horns. He has become a deer now.
If you'll admit that I'm the stronger beetle fighter, I'll fight you for as many rounds as you want.
Huh. Looks like Bullchucker and Grandmaster Hanakato are still raring to go. Well, let's leave them to it. They can battle beetles till the beetle battling is done.
Wait until the following day. But no.
I see, I see. Let us battle once more. This time, victory and defeat no longer seem so important. Let's just battle for fun, shall we? It's rare that I should find such a great opponent. It would...
Sure, bring... But seeing through my if you'll admit...
Okay, I guess I need to wait
Looks like Bullchucker.
need to wait a day before I can take on his harder form. Let's do so then.
Astounding!
Amazing!
Even though your fighting style differs greatly from mine, I resonate strongly with the passion you imbue into your Oni Kabuto. In time, you shall surely become a true champion of the beetle fighting world.
Their beetles may have exploded.
You're pretty good yourself. You managed to win an impressive 570 out of our 1,141 matches.
Wow.
Of all the beetle battle marathons I've fought in my time, you have lasted the longest by far. Not gonna lie, I'm impressed.
No, I won 571 rounds, so I'm ahead. Also, you have the home advantage. Taking that into account, it is in fact I who am the superior warrior.
Huh? Why you gotta be so stubborn? I remember our score clear as day, and Mamoru is our witness. Isn't that right, Mamoru?
Mamoru is asleep.
Boss, I really can't take it anymore. Please let me sleep for a while.
Have they been going at it this whole time without a break?
The arena must be about to collapse, and the Onikabuto must be exhausted.
Fine. Since I'm a generous guy, I can give you one round, no problemo. I'll just defeat you next time. And if you're still not convinced, we'll do the next battle on your home turf. I'll prove that it's about the beetle fighter, not the location.
That suits me just fine. Follow me.
Oh, hey, compadre. Flying Lavender Melon, you're finally here.
Wait a minute. Why is Paimon back to Flying Lavender Melon again? Does Paimon only get a good nickname when she's fighting for you?
Never mind that for now. Here's your 2-month free ramen voucher, as agreed. Take it.
Ramen voucher? Oh, yeah, right, the ramen!
Paimon, you forgot about food.
Now that's more like it.
Time to celebrate, and the extreme Beetle Brawl is a wrap.
Oh, no. This was just the warm-up. The almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme Beetle Brawl is still to come. After all, things are way too quiet without an audience. We can't just end the event like this. But the good news is, Grandmaster Hanakato finally let go of his pride and admitted that I'm a strong beetle fighter. Still, we ain't done with each other just yet. I'll be heading to his home turf alone soon, where I'm gonna defeat him once and for all. Once that happens, he'll have to follow my orders. And by that, I mean he'll help us make the almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme Beetle Brawl the biggest, baddest event ever! Thanks again to the two of you. Now, wait here. I'll be back with good news in no time at all.
Bullchucker sure seems like he's having fun. And we got 2 months worth of ramen out of it.
It's a win-win situation. Everyone's happy, and that's all that matters.
Boss! Boss! There's a letter from Shinobu. Take a look at this. Huh? Where'd the boss go? He was beetle fighting right here just a moment ago.
Is it urgent? Because Bullchucker just left with Grandmaster Hanakato. They said they were going to continue their battle.
Well, it's not urgent, just a little unexpected. You can read it for yourself if you want.
Boss, I have yet to complete my business, so I won't be back for a while. Do you have any new ideas and want to drag the boys into new shenanigans? Hold your horses first. I'll help you organize matters once I get back. I met a kid while harvesting lavender melons. He's articulate and well-mannered, and he loves beetle battles. He even has lots of friends in that department. Having heard that you are also an avid beetle brawler, the kid was quite eager to meet you. He even said that he'd consider joining the Arataki gang if you turned out to be better than him at beetle fights. I gave him the addresses of some of your usual haunts so that he can find you himself. By my estimations, you should have met up by now. So have fun, just remember to eat your meals on time. I'll repeat myself again, just relax and stick to beetle battles for now. Don't drag the gang around on some wild adventure or anything. Oh, Shinobu, if only you knew.
What the? So Grandmaster Hanakato is actually part of the Arataki gang? But his communication style made Bullchucker feel like he was facing a mortal enemy. Just as Shinobu expected, Bullchucker is spending all his time beetle fighting without resting or eating. But he did get us to organize the Beetle Brawl event for him.
I still wouldn't really call that resting, per se.
You know, Paimon thinks Shinobu deserves to enjoy the ramen voucher more than we do. Why don't we take her for ramen when she gets back? Actually, wait a moment. Bullchucker didn't tell us which ramen stall this voucher is meant to be used at.
Yep.
Are we supposed to find the store by ourselves?
Yep. And so it ends. An attributed ramen voucher. A thank you gift for assisting bona fide Beetle Battle King Arataki Ito in competing against Grandmaster Hanakato in the almighty Arataki Extraordinary and Exhilarating Extreme Beetle Brawl. And it also serves as a proof of the rapid rising of 2 beetle fighting stars, Oni King's right hand and sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon. Bonafide Beetle Battle King claims that as long as you show this voucher to the stall, you can enjoy a free bowl of ramen for 2 months straight. But which stall is this exactly? Hey, you still have open business. Oh, you're still here. Looks like your passion for beetle fighting has fully blossomed. About your beetle fight with Ito. Haha, you guys pick up fast. Let me give you a recap of the highlights of all the fights I've had with the bona fide Beetle Battle King. By which we mean recap. rematch. Charged for too long. I'm getting better at distance. Something I should not be saying. Because then I'll just miss immediately and mess up horribly. Oh no, the big move. So big. So big. Well, it's more than Mako this time than the first time. It's also not stopping. F. Will this just hit me wherever I am now? Somehow, easier than number 3. Ha ha ha, good game. We're taking this thing to a whole new level. One more round. No. No more round. Didn't you leave? Oh, right. Didn't you and Bullchecker... didn't you and Bonafide Beetle Battle King continue the battle on your home ground? How did you sneak back here alone? Did he finally best you? Aha! Did you think it was that easy to beat me? When I arrived, Bonafide Beetle Battle King had met my grandfather and took a keen interest in how he took care of his Onikabuto. He was chatting eagerly with my grandfather, discussing the Beetle's diet and training grounds, and it looked like the conversation was going to take quite a while. Letting Bonafide Beetle Battle King and his Crimson Staff take a break helps to make our next battle a fair fight, so I came back here to take a look. Well, Paimon kind of gets it. The place you mentioned is your home, and your awesome Onikabuto, they are all taken care of by your grandfather, so they're big and strong, right? Yeah, that's about it. There's more to my game than that. Like a little secret that affects the habits of the beetles. Come and have a look, if you have the chance. Secret, huh? Now Paimon really wants to know what it is all about. Paimon promises to drop by next time. But will there be a next time? End of the Brawl completed. I guess we're done.
Traveling to other worlds is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days.
Yep, we're done. Let's get inspiration before I forget about that.
Goodness.
Hey, Chunky Cheese, sorry, I just ran off. Oh no, groceries, those are scary. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Oh no, high prices. Whoa, where's its basis in the plot? It's a problem. You don't know how to write at all. Okay. Groceries were gross. Plots were broken through. Third eye of perception. But not depth perception. What's it? Yes. Yes. But Mary Sue's are great characters, surely. Shigure. Shigeru. Shigure is someone else. Reasonableness is no substitute for a good plot. They'll never stop writing bad novels, these two. Catherine, I'm done with my daily quests.
Welcome. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Ka-ching. Well, that ends the main part of today's stream. That was decently fast. Next, we're gonna continue something we started a while ago. First, some rewards. Unless I will forget them. Hangouts! We started one of those a bit. That was a lot of Noel. I guess Noel is the default image for all of these. Shikanoin Heizo. We did 1 out of 5 endings for him a bit ago. I have not gotten Hu Tao on the banner right now. I have gotten Hu Tao a long time ago. As well as her weapon. I've had those for quite a while. Heizo, we did 1 of his endings. I don't remember anything about it though, so we're gonna start back at the start. Because we're gonna split off very quickly after the start anyways. And because the start is very close by. The missing person. Yeah, there were no choices in the first route we chose. So I'm assuming the second route we're gonna choose today is gonna split off a lot.
Most humans could have the
What if the Traveler is also unavailable? What am I supposed to do?
I'm right here.
Well, that's your problem. It was your choice to get into this mess. Oh, but fortunately for you, it appears your savior has just arrived.
Ah, Traveler. Great, you made it.
Don't worry, I'm available.
Well, it's not like you were ever really busy to begin with.
Songo, compared to the Traveler, you're the one who has too much free time.
No, I'm very busy. I'm busy standing here. I have to stand here all day.
Very busy.
Even if it's a commission you're unwilling to take,
Your excuse is just pathetic.
A commission you're unwilling to take.
Yes, that's why I've asked you to come over. Allow me to explain.
No.
A key member of the Tenryou Commission has recently gone missing. No one has seen them, and their whereabouts are currently unknown. The Tenryou Commission has entrusted us to find this person discreetly because it would be a hassle for them to look for this person openly for a variety of reasons. Their name is...
Kujosara. That's right. The general has gone missing.
We did not follow up on that at all last time, did we?
If the general was really missing, the Tenryou Commission would have flipped Inazuma on its head by now. And do you think they would only commission us for a case like that? Please ignore Sango's nonsense, Traveler. In fact, the missing person's name is Shikanoin Heizo.
Oh, okay.
He works as a special detective at the police station. Although his rank is merely a doshin, he is quite competent and held in high regard by the police station.
Sarah is, in fact, maybe not missing.
Do they think he's more competent than me?
We get that you don't want to help Sango, but could you at least try not to make things more difficult here? Sorry, Traveler. Even though I accepted the commission, as you can see, Sango's less than thrilled to be involved in this case.
Cause the pay is too low?
Nope, not even close. If you really want to know why, it's because I absolutely refuse to deal with that brat's nonsense. The only news that could make me happier than Shikanoin has gone missing would be Shikanoin has been missing for 100 years.
Needless to say, Sango and Heizo have a bit of a history.
I see what you mean. They're competitors.
Well, it's a little more serious than that. According to Sango, Heizo was an obstacle in her path to the Temple of Truth.
Like a yappy dog that was constantly in the way.
Even though Heizo has a unique personality, he's actually a nice guy. Really, I've learned a lot from him. So I can't just ignore this case, even if Sango doesn't approve. At the very least, I could entrust the commission to someone capable and trustworthy, like you, Traveler.
I see, so you're basically the middleman.
Huh? No, it's not like that. Listen, I'll pay the entire amount originally promised by the Tenryou Commission, and I'll even personally throw in some additional funds. I'm really hoping you can take this commission, Traveler. If Heizo truly is in danger, I know he'll be safer with you by his side.
Are you close with him?
Actually, we get along great. But Sango has always asked me to keep my distance and not to act like I know him in public settings. So, when people ask, I usually just say I've met Shikanoin a few times. If it hadn't been for today's incident, well, let's not get into that. Anyway, could you please help look for him?
Understood. I'll head there immediately.
Well, that's about all I have to tell you. Oh, please take this commission letter from the police station. If you find Heizo, return there and report back to them.
Back to Wadatsumi Island, which is once again for some reason where this guy went missing. Now, in the following conversation, there should be a split path somewhere. And Teyvat has its own laws. Laws include having a loading screen that never ends between every scene. Have a nice day too, Toxicola. Thanks for showing up for Beetle Brawling. Shibata!
Oh, it's you, the captain of Swordfish 2? My name is Shibata. I'm in charge of the watch here. May I inquire as to what the captain needs?
I'm here for information about a specific individual.
So his name is Shikanoin Heizo, huh? Yes, I'm familiar with the detective. He used to stroll around the area. Her Excellency had assigned me to keep a close eye on him at the time, fearing that he would do something unpleasant, but I eventually realized that he acted more like he was on a trip or something. Come to think of it, I believe he was recently spotted in the area east of the Sangonomiya Shrine. Please feel free to go there and take a look for yourself.
Going. But not by foot. I wonder how many things I'm commenting on. Exactly the same I've commented last time we were reading this. Considering I don't remember. Right.
Come on, you guys. I'm nothing but a poor tourist with empty pockets. Please, you can just let me go. Well, well, look who it is. I was wondering who could be valiant enough to wipe the floor with these guys so easily. Turns out it was the distinguished traveler. Really, I can't thank you enough.
Have we met?
Of course I was aware of you long before you arrived in Inazuma. Though the Sakoku decree managed to keep the country locked up, it wasn't able to stop the incredible stories about you. Every day, all of those little stories would come scurrying over to my desk, like files with little feet. I was actually thinking about going to meet you once I wrapped up the business at hand. Who would have guessed that you'd show up first? I got so excited I nearly forgot to introduce myself. The name's Shikanoin Heizo, Special Detective of the Tenryou Commission. It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler. I wish you all the best on your journey through Teyvat, by the way.
I've been commissioned to come find you.
Huh. I guess that means I've taken over as the main character in your story today.
Yeah, sure.
I've always heard that you take commissions from all kinds of people, helping everyone out with everything you can imagine. So now it's my turn to take your help, huh? Don't mind if I do.
Aren't you curious about who's commissioned this?
That was already obvious to me. It's no coincidence that you've arrived here. Because that would be the stuff of an epic novel. The two protagonists of the story both travel to Watatsumi Island by chance and cross paths as if by fate. The traveler from afar heroically rescues the weak and defenseless detective from the clutches of the ruthless Nobushi. Traveler, you are so dreamy. Unfortunately, though, I don't believe in coincidences. So, guessing you came to me on the police station's commission, didn't you?
How did you know that?
I'm a detective. Can you guess what gave it away?
You're an oracle!
Sounds like you already have some ideas about the work of a detective.
I didn't think you'd like that.
Let me ask you this. What's that your little sidekick is holding? If I'm not mistaken, it's a commission letter from the police station.
What? Paimon's just here to take a look.
Right, this was the first hangout where Paimon also played along.
And hey, who are you calling a little sidekick? Paimon was worried she might be in danger, so Paimon came to help. Why are you two staring at Paimon? Is Paimon not supposed to be here?
I'm not staring, I'm just taking a look.
Yeah, I'm also just taking a look.
She can look, but you can't.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. After all, this is the first time I've seen a voice. I must admit, I'm most intrigued.
Huh? Voice? What are you talking about?
A vision is an external magical focus, right? Well, similarly, a voice is an external voice box. I've heard that the Traveler isn't very talkative,
But given how chatty you are, you must be her voice, right?
That sounds awful! Paimon's not somebody's voice! Paimon's emergency food!
And proud of it.
Wait! Oh, Paimon's so upset she can't think straight! Paimon is Paimon! How dare you give Paimon such a terrible nickname? We came here to rescue you, but you actually opened the cage yourself. You were only pretending to be captured by the Nobushi, weren't you? Pretty suspicious if you ask Paimon. Come out with it, mister. What kind of schemes are you up to?
But yeah, I actually like her definition as the main character's voice. Because that's essentially what she is doing. Even though main character does talk and answer things.
Sheesh. For someone who says they don't want to be a voice, you sure do talk a lot.
Yep. Yes, I'd also like to know what you're doing here, Detective Peso.
Well, let me think for a moment. Yes, all this started a long time ago, during the war. Kujo Takayuki, who was head of the Tenryo Commission at the time, had secretly asked me to investigate the military capabilities of Sangonomiya. But I had already grown tired of the guy for a while, so I simply treated the trip as a paid vacation. I had heard that Watatsumi Island is really beautiful. As for the mission, I thought I'd just come up with some random excuses or whatever when I reported back. But guess what? The first night I arrived on Watatsumi Island, I had a dream. The dream contained only one message, an echo resounding from the depths of the earth that kept ringing in my ears, saying, "Something vital is missing on this island." Isn't that bizarre? Something vital has gone missing on this island. Has something evaporated into thin air? What could it be?
Paimon bets it must be something delicious. You know, because the soil of Watatsumi Island can't grow crops. There's a shortage of food here.
Oh. Food, huh? How about you, Traveler? What do you think is missing?
That's the choice, isn't it? That might indeed be the choice. It's missing Paimon.
Perhaps Watatsumi Island doesn't value your little partner as much as you do.
Well, as long as the Traveler still appreciates Paimon, then that's fine.
Interestingly, I didn't have the same dream again after I left this place, so I became even more intrigued. Was this really just some random dream? Some people believe that dreams represent the Divine's helping hand, which I suppose is understandable. However, if you ask me, dreams have nothing to do with the gods. Instead, they are flashes of intuition. It was my intuition telling me that there was something important about this island that, poof, suddenly vanished. So I decided to accept this little commission from my intuition and investigate to see if I could come up with any compelling findings. Unfortunately, the investigation has had little progress up to this point.
I guess that was not the choice. Does it have anything to do with these Nobushi?
Who knows? I felt there was something peculiar about them, so I pretended to get captured to see if there were any leads that would surface. And that's when you showed up.
I'm sorry for interfering with your plans.
Nah, don't worry about it. These guys were just a bunch of small fries. Besides, your arrival is much more important to me. I have a feeling you can help me find the answer to my dream. So how would you like to partner up on this one? We can work together to solve the mystery.
But I have a commission to fulfill, so I'll have to bring you back first.
Yes, of course, I understand. But let me ask one more question. Did the police station say they are looking for me because of something important?
No, they didn't.
Well, then it's probably nothing major. Most likely they're short on staff or something petty like that, and they happen to remember their model employee. So since we're already here, why don't we just solve this puzzle together? Once everything is settled, I'll gladly accompany you back to the police station, or anywhere else you'd like to go. What do you think?
Your dream's really out there, so I think I should bring you back first. There's someone concerned about your safety.
Someone concerned about my safety? Then it must be Ryuji, right? I suppose if you insist. Alright, I'll accompany you back to the police station first. We can discuss the issue of Watatsumi Island later.
Okay, that, I think, was the choice. Because I don't think we went back last time.
Oh, look who showed up. Hey, Zo, you're finally back. Listen, if you took any longer to come back, everyone at the police station would be toast.
You say that every time I come back, Uesugi. However, something does feel a little unusual about the police station this time.
Come on, would I ever lie to you? Madame Kujo-Sara is here, and she's on the warpath, so be on the lookout.
What's that lady doing here?
Doshin Shikanoin, I see you finally returned. Please, enlighten us. What have you been doing recently?
Now, neither of them is missing.
Okay. I was just out investigating a case.
Don't give me that. I checked the records here. You didn't take any cases.
Actually, it's a case of personal relevance to me. These two can attest to that.
Traveler? Paimon, what are you two doing here?
We're the ones who brought Hazel back.
Brought him back? Can someone please explain?
Well, Madame Kujo-Sara, because we couldn't locate Doshin Shikanoin, we commissioned Detective Ryuji from the detective agency. Shortly after, Ryuji returned to tell us, that he had given the commission to the Traveler, and then...
Ugh, it used to be that the Tenryo Commission assisted others with disappearances, but it seems these days others are now assisting us. You've done it this time, Shikanoin. I think I've really seen it all.
I mean, is it really so unusual for officers and citizens to assist one another?
Actually, he did seem to be investigating a case.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but it was definitely an investigation. He even pretended to be captured by Nobushi and treasure hoarders.
Oh? Is that so? Well, since you were testifying for him, I suppose I won't ask any more questions. But since you're here, I have an extra favor to ask. I'd like you to be Shikanoin's temporary supervisor. It'll be your duty to ensure that he handles his case properly, and that he doesn't disappear and neglect his work again. I'll be sure that the police station prepares the appropriate compensation.
Oh, yes, Traveler. I'm sure we'd all really appreciate it.
You cast a quick, inquiring glance at Hazel.
Hazel seems to be happy with the idea.
Full hearts! Understood. Leave it to me.
You should thank the Traveler this time, Doshin Shikanoin. Otherwise, I don't think I would have let you off so easily. Here, take this letter of complaint. It's written against you. Please consider carefully what to do with it. I do not wish to see another one. Understood?
Huh? Someone filed a complaint. That can't be right. Why would there be a complaint letter?
You must not be doing your job properly, and now you're attracting complaints.
No, it really doesn't add up. You two don't get it. Although Madame Kujo-Sara just made some harsh remarks, we all know that Heizo-senpai is a real whiz when it comes to cracking cases. He's the biggest asset in our team. Several leaders have risen through the ranks as a result of his achievements. He's definitely no slacker.
Then he must have gotten himself into some kind of trouble.
Well, let me see what's the deal here. Oh, and since you agreed to be my temporary supervisor, you'll find the desk where new case files are kept right over there. Would you mind helping me check what cases I need to deal with?
I think you need to deal with your complaint letter first.
Of course, but first I have to confirm what's going on, and whether or not the letter's legit. Please, have a look at the case files first.
In that case...
This is quite unusual. Who could possibly lodge a complaint against Heizo? It's not easy being a Doshin.
Interesting. Even Doshin Shikanoin can receive a complaint letter.
Are you jealous? Do you want complaint?
Let's see who's complaining about me here.
An approval reply for Heizo Talks Fraud. The Prince of Mischief in Hanamisaka. Case of the missing Eastern Express. The beloved dog, Eastern Express, reportedly went missing late in the night. The owner discovered 12 canine footprints of varying sizes in the courtyard, leading to the initial assumption that the crime was carried out by a team. I expected a missing train, but there are no trains.
Who would give a dog such a strange name?
Yeah. As a slacker who claims to be the Prince of Mischief terrorizing Hanamisaka, children have reportedly been losing valuables in the area. The bulk of which are Onikabuto, Genius Invocation TCG cards, and so on.
What? Not him again.
Oh, Ito. Police station. Your application for the public awareness campaign Heizo Talks Fraud has been received. Following review, your station has been authorized to run the performance with Shikanoin Doshin in charge of the related work. The headquarters of the Tenryou Commission.
Heizo Talks Fraud? What's that? Sounds interesting, whatever it is.
So, have you gone through the case files? Is there anything that caught your eye?
The dog. I want to know how long the dog is. I think that's our 4 endings we are missing. I just have to guess that may be the case. Eastern Express.
Another dog's gone missing, huh? I know that the detective agency regularly receives such cases. You know, if we ever had the time, we could tally how many dogs go missing in Inazuma each day. And then... anyway, just leave that case to Uesugi. This complaint letter I received is more important.
Or maybe not.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to drag you into this, but it's just occurred to me that with your help, I might be able to wrap up this problem.
Alright then, tell us about the complaint letter.
It's from Sango, the president of Bantan Sango Detective Agency. I assume you've met her before?
Yeah, I know you two have some beef and appears to be pretty serious.
You can say that. Sango's complaint letter accuses me of abusing my power for personal gain and blatantly concealing the truth behind the Ryuji case from years ago. Seriously, do I really seem like the type of person who'd do that?
Concealing the truth? That definitely sounds like something you would do.
Hey, don't judge a book by its cover, alright? Let's just go to the detective agency and talk to Sango. We'll need to speak with her to get to the bottom of this.
You don't sound happy about that. But I guess we'll do it anyway.
I'm out of here. Make my...
Sorry, cat. You did not like that.
Welcome back, Mr. Heizo. I'm glad you're all right. How about some tonkatsu? You must have missed the taste of home after so long.
Maybe next time, Ryuji. Seems like somebody's been expecting me. And I'm afraid they're only gonna be disappointed once again.
Well, well, look who it is. The great Detective Heizo. What nonsense were you talking about just now? I've been worried about you, you know. So much so that I took the trouble to write that heartfelt letter to the Tenryo Commission. Well, was it sufficiently flattering for you?
Uh-oh, they're at it again.
Let's not waste the traveler's time, Sango. Just tell me, what do you want?
Fine by me. My request is simple. Disclose all the details of the Ryuji case. It's time you stop hiding the truth and let me investigate it thoroughly.
First of all, that case has already been solved. Second, I've disclosed everything the police station has on the case. And third...
Enough! You can only fool Ryuji with that. If you don't want to cooperate, I can assure you that I will write more letters to the headquarters of the Tenryo Commission. I will not give up on this case.
Wait! Hold on! Can someone please explain what's going on here? Paimon doesn't have a clue what you two are talking about.
All right, let me explain. Several years ago, a terrible murder took place in the police station. I was still working at the Tenryo Commission then, and the victim was actually my dear boss. Due to various factors, I was deemed to be the top suspect, which is why it's called the Ryuji case. Also, Heizo wasn't a part of the police station back then. He was a detective at the agency. Which at the time was called the Bonton Sango and Heizo Detective Agency.
Oh my, so you were partners in the last Sango and Heizo.
Huh? That's crazy! But, wait. Then why did Heizo leave?
After the incident, I was quickly convicted and sent to prison. Fortunately, Sango then promptly proved my innocence and caught the real murderer.
But that murderer was actually just a dummy to throw us off. Am I right, Detective Shikanoin?
Sango thought that everything went smoothly, so much so that she suspected the real murderer was someone else. Of course, Detective Heizo was also helping with the investigation, but after a long time, he still came up empty-handed. Later on, he decided to join the police station to continue his investigation on the inside, which is why he left the detective agency.
Ha! That's what I thought too. I was foolish enough to believe that Detective Shikanoing and I shared a common goal. But I was wrong about him. He has no sense of loyalty at all. He just wanted to become an official as a means of gaining fame and fortune.
Come on, stop exaggerating. Let me set the record straight here. First, I joined the police station long after that murder case happened, and it had nothing to do with any inside investigation. That's just somebody's wishful thinking. Second, purely out of curiosity, I did investigate the case later from within the police station. My conclusion was that the suspect Sango had caught was in fact the real murderer. And lastly, when Sango didn't buy my conclusion and asked me to disclose all related case files from the police station, I did exactly as she asked. I didn't hide anything.
He's lying right through his teeth.
That's it. I want this to end once and for all. Since the Traveler's my supervisor today, they have complete access to all the police station's files. If she's willing to help re-examine the case and arrives at the same conclusion that I did, then you won't have to doubt me anymore.
Whoa. Huh?
Unless you don't trust the Traveler.
Nobody trusts the Traveler.
Come on, say it.
It's not about whether the Traveler's trustworthy. I'm just wondering if you will interfere somehow.
The thought never even crossed my mind.
You have to swear that you will not mislead the Traveler by any means, and let her investigate the truth on her own.
No problem. Cross my heart, hope to die.
Well, Traveler, are you willing to help me with this? Will you agree to re-examine the Ryuji case and find the truth? You can bill me later for however much you'd like as compensation.
Oh, however much I want.
Sango, really? However much they want?
However much I want.
Money is valuable, no doubt. But pursuing the truth is the reason I started this agency. The Ryuji case is the only case I failed to solve. I am willing to give you anything.
There's no money option. Or food. No need. Simple thank you will be enough. I'll do my best.
All right. I'm counting on you, Traveler. You hear that, Detective Shikanoin? Ha! Now we just need to wait and see.
All right, I got it. No need to keep yammering like that. You'll scare the kids next door. Come on, let's go back to the police station.
It's a back and forth.
Traveler, I believe you can find out the truth. That Shikanoin is hiding something. I just know it.
Sango and Detective Heizo are both great people, but when they're together, only arguing ensues.
Oh, suck it up, Ryuji.
Roll out.
Away I go!
Slide on.
All right, hang out here for a sec. I need to go to the archives to get the case files. For now, why don't you go and chat with Yoriki Owada over there? He worked on this case too back in the day.
You seem to really want me to look into this.
No, you misunderstand. It's not that I want you to look into this. It's just that you're the only one who can. You're the only one I can think of who Sango would ever believe. She trusts in both your qualities and abilities, so I hope your findings can finally convince her and put an end to this whole thing. Sure, she's just writing complaint letters for now, but who knows what she'll do in the future. All right, I'll go get those case files. You go ahead and talk to Yoriki Owada for a while.
Time for the Owada Hangout event.
Oh, hello there.
Heizo sent me to talk to you about the Ryuji case.
The Ryuji case? So you want to reinvestigate that one? That was several years ago now, but I still remember it clearly. It's pretty hard to forget something like that. Especially when the victim was the head of this police station. His name was Takatsukasa Isamu, the younger brother of Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan. He was really one of a kind. Decisive, brave, and smart. He was much younger than me, and already had quite a reputation. I'm sure he would have gone far in the Tenryou Commission, if only he was still alive. What a shame. Who would have guessed someone was plotting against him?
They say the Ryuji was the top suspect.
People will believe anything they hear. Everyone in the police station knew that Ryuji saw Takatsukasa Isamu like a father. Ryuji was an orphan, you know. Before he joined the station, he had been taking odd jobs here and there. It was Isamu who really took him under his wing. Ryuji was simple and not particularly bright, but he was very loyal to those who treated him well. He's also hardworking. Isamu must have seen these qualities in him and decided to keep Ryuji by his side. Ryuji worked with him for years after that, and was even promoted to be his personal assistant. Do you really think Ryuji would do anything to harm him?
So, then why was Ryuji convicted? Even Paimon can tell that's a mistake.
Well, here comes the interesting part of the case. Within a week, and before all the loose ends had even been tied up, Ryuji received his conviction. Moreover, it was signed by Madame Kujo Sara.
Sara killed the guy. Sara is the murderer.
What? Why would Sara do something like that?
What do you think, Obata?
I'm getting older now, and my eyesight is poor. I can't see too clearly anymore.
Hey, come on, Yoriki Owada, there's nothing to see. It's obvious that the Kujo clan did it.
You can't just go around saying things like that, Wisuki. Those were just hearsay. There was no evidence.
That's not true. Traveler, you may be unaware that the Takatsukasa clan has always been assisting the Kujo clan in the Tenryou Commission. But who doesn't want to be the boss, right? And Takatsukasa Isamu was the key figure for the Takatsukasa clan to bring down the Kujo clan. At that time, no one was held in higher regard than Isamu. So, naturally, the Kujo clan saw him as a potential threat. Kujo Takayuki must have been planning it all along, that rascal. Takayuki is able to control the Takatsukasa clan as long as he's in power. But by the time he retires, Isamu would have been at the apex of his political power, while Masahito and Kamaji of the Kujo clan would still have been too young. The two of them wouldn't stand a chance against Isamu. You think Kujo Takayuki would simply sit back while Isamu gained traction? So he decided to strike first.
You youngsters and your conspiracy theories.
No, it's true. It's the only way to explain it. Otherwise, why would an impartial person like Madame Kujo Sara sign Ryuji's conviction so quickly? They had to find a scapegoat to pacify the Takatsukasa clan, so Kujo Takayuki must have told her to sign it immediately. I'm not accusing Madame Kujo Sara of anything, mind you. I respect her very much. But maybe she had no other choice.
What do you know? I'm sure Madame Kujo Sara must have had her own reasons.
What about the real murderer who was later caught by Sangha?
The guy was a forensic expert who worked in the station named Shiroyama. I have to admit, he wasn't easy to track down. That Sango really is something, though. She caught him without even breaking a sweat. It turned out that after poisoning Isamu, Shiroyama secretly took the poison to Ryuji's place in order to frame him. Later on, the poison was also found in the forensic office, but that was already after Shiroyama's death. He confessed everything in a testament.
That's right. He hung himself in the forensic office not long after Sango was on his trail. Probably because he knew it was only a matter of time before he would be caught. Of course, he didn't admit whether he had been prompted by Kujo Takayuki. He took the responsibility alone. I bet Kujo Takayuki promised him a sizable compensation. After all, Shiroyama had a family to feed.
There you go again, pulling conclusions out of thin air. There wasn't any evidence of that at all.
Listen, I can almost guarantee that it was the Takatsukasa clan who invited Sango to investigate. We all knew that Ryuji was just a scapegoat. You think the Takatsukasa clan wouldn't figure that out? They're not stupid. So, they were suspicious of the Kujo clan and invited Sango to take the case. However, the Kujo clan were still a step ahead and were able to remove themselves from the situation before the whole thing blew up. They drove Shiroyama to take all the blame as well as his own life. A perfectly clean cut for the Kujo clan. With Shiroyama dead, there was no one left to testify. Even the Electro Archon herself wouldn't be able to do anything.
You make up stuff faster than a politician. It's a wonder nobody's asked you to be an advisor yet.
Hey, that's their loss.
The whole thing is starting to sound complicated.
Hey, I brought the files. I bet you got quite an earful just now, huh? But don't believe everything they say. After all, people can tell you anything, and it's hard to separate truth from rumors without facts. So what really matters is the case files. Everything laid out here is all that the police station has about the case. Please, take a look. Remember, you may find many clues during an investigation, but not all of them are useful. And in some cases, the clues you will find will not only be useless, but downright misleading. Also, if a clue cannot corroborate anything on its own, you can always compare it with other clues, and maybe then you'll find what you're looking for. Okay, that should just about do it. I'm looking forward to your results.
I'm clueless.
Hold on. What actually counts as a result?
Usually, you need to find two things from these clues: a proven motive and proven means. Once you can confirm these two things, the criminal can be proven guilty.
Understand.
All right, you can go ahead and get started now. I look forward to hearing your verdict.
Hey, Traveler. Investigating a case isn't so easy, is it? Don't worry. I'll tell you all you need to know.
About President Sango.
Ha, Sango? The Takatsukasa clan really hired an amazing detective, didn't they? She comes to the station to submit applications every now and then, and has been constantly requesting to reinvestigate the Ryuji case. But Heizo has always prevented her from doing so. I really didn't expect that she'd go as far as writing a complaint letter, though. Phew, she's relentless. As for why Heizo-senpai has been keeping her away from the case, I think he's afraid that Sango would be putting herself in danger. After all, we're talking about the murder of an important man. That can be deep water if you're not careful. Sango may run a detective agency, but in the end, she's just an ordinary person.
So are they friends?
Well, not exactly. I've pretty much seen them argue every time they meet. But Heizo might still consider her as an old friend. I heard that he used to work with Sango. Sometimes he'd ask me to hand over less pressing cases to the detective agency. I guess he just wants to support Sango's business. Heizo-senpai is a good person, there's no doubt about that.
Don't take anything Uesugi says too seriously. Just nod along.
About Takatsukasa, Izamu, and Ryuji.
Oh, that. Well, let me see. Ryuji saw Takatsukasa Isamu as his foster father, that's for sure. But I can't say whether Isamu helped Ryuji without expecting anything in return. After all, Isamu was a resourceful person. A simple and naive person like Ryuji wouldn't ever be suitable as an advisor, but he could certainly be a loyal and trustworthy aide. Isamu was expecting a child of his own later, but unfortunately, he was killed before the child was ever born. Anyway, enough about all that. Aren't you here to investigate the case? You'd better get a move on.
Let's move on.
So, what did you find? Have you come to a conclusion?
Oh, I was supposed to be reading things, wasn't I? Nothing yet. I'll keep looking through the files.
Sure. Let me know once you've made some progress.
Glad you didn't just fail me for not looking at things yet. The autopsy report. The deceased, Takatsukasa Izumo, 41 years old, police station manager. Clothes intact at time of death. No visible trauma observed on the body, no sign of a struggle. The throat was congested and swollen, caused by cold before his death. Local ulceration was found in the stomach and intestines, caused by a novel toxin found in the stomach contents. Stomach contents include partially undigested soft rice residue, small volume of fish liver paste residue, the main ingredient of which is highly concentrated fish liver extract, a valuable nutritional supplement. Small volume of cold medicine residue containing a large amount of acidic fruit and vegetable extracts appears to be a specially prepared medicine from the Office of Forensic Science. Small volume of novel toxin residue, which was found to be the same toxin discovered in the homes of Ryujin and Shiroyama. Cause of death: abdominal mucous membrane disease plus respiratory and circular failure triggered by the novel toxin.
Yikes! He ate all kinds of stuff.
Ryujin's testimony. Ryuji, not Ryujin. That's something else. A week before the incident, Master Takatsukasa Izumo caught a cold and lost his appetite. Rice was all he could eat, and he had been taking some special cold medicine. The night before the incident, he had yet to recover and was still busy with his work, so I was worried about his health. When Dr. Shiroyama came to deliver the medicine, I consulted him about a health supplement. Dr. Shiroyama said fish liver paste could help boost his immune system, so I went to the forensic office to retrieve some and gave it to Master Takatsukasa. But by the next day, really, Master Takatsukasa was so kind to me. I swear I wouldn't ever do that to him.
Come to think of it, Shiroyama was a forensic doctor. He could easily pull off something like this.
Shiroyama's testament. I murdered Takatsukasa Izumo. I poisoned his cold medicine. Though he appeared to be honest and honorable in public, in secret he asked me to search out a new type of poison to get rid of those who opposed him. He also said that if I refused, he would have me thrown in prison. He used my family to blackmail me. He left me with no choice. I killed him with a new type of poison that I had someone purchase for me at the International Trade Association. To protect myself later, I framed my colleague Ryuji. But now it's only a matter of time before the detective uncovers everything. I know that I've made a big mistake, and that there is no escaping it now. Only death awaits me. I merely ask that my family be spared.
Hey, this is the key to proving that Shiroyama was the murderer, right? That is, if he was telling the truth, of course.
Takatsukasa Izumo's message. A note placed with Shiroyama's testament. After comparing the handwriting, it was confirmed to have been written by the deceased, Takatsukasa Izumo. Shiroyama, long time no see. I trust the thing I asked for you is in progress. I paid a visit to your home today while you weren't around. Thankfully, your wonderful wife welcomed me in. She's a fine woman, a perfect match for you. Your wife is 5 months pregnant, I believe. Fancy that, my wife too. I took the liberty of returning once more to provide her with some health supplements. Even helped administer them to her myself. She was most grateful indeed. You will be equally grateful to me, no doubt. Then don't keep me waiting.
Takatsukasa Izumo seems like a thoughtful person, but something about the tone sounds weird.
The blackmailing part may be correct. At least, somewhat. Conviction of Ryuji. The suspect, Ryuji, 20 years old, Doshin, a subordinate of the deceased, Takatsukasa Izumo. Ryuji grew to resent his boss, Takatsukasa Izumo, following conflict at work. He then secretly brought a bottle of poison to kill him in revenge. Unused poison was later found in the suspect Ryuji's house. For the crime of premeditated murder, Ryuji is ordered to remain in temporary incarceration awaiting trial. His file shall be kept as evidence. Signed, Kujo-Sara.
Wow, Ryuji's conviction really was signed by Kujo-Sara. But now we know she had it wrong.
Conviction of Shiroyama. The suspect, Shiroyama, 22 years old, forensic doctor, subordinate of the deceased, Takatsukasa Izamu. Shiroyama grew to resent his boss, Takatsukasa Izamu, following conflict at work. He then secretly brought a bottle of poison to kill him in revenge. Unused poison was later found in the suspect Shiroyama's office. In his testament, he confessed to having planted the poison found in Ryuji's house. For the crime of premeditated murder, Shiroyama is hereby sentenced to death. Punishment cannot be carried out as the suspect ended his own life before the execution could take place. This file shall be kept as evidence. Signed, Kujo Sara.
Huh. So Shiroyama's conviction was also signed by Kujo Sara, just like Ryuji's.
Toxicology report. On the toxin that caused Takatsukasa Izamu's death. An odorless, tasteless, and inert substance. Soluble in water, but insoluble in other substances. Has the properties of a synthetic toxin. It appears as the fine white powdery substance in its normal state. Tentative name, white powder. The station has investigated the ledger of all domestic commerce guilds. No transactions recorded for such an item was found.
A synthetic toxin? What's that?
Research log from the Office of Forensic Science. It's blank. Looks like someone tore out a few pages.
Huh? That's weird. There's nothing here. This must be some of the false information that Hazel told us to look out for.
So, what did you find? Have you come to a conclusion?
Yes, I did.
Really? You found the criminal's motive and means that quickly? Awesome. All right, let's talk about the motive first. What clue reveals the criminal's motive?
Shiroyama's testament.
Just Shiroyama's testament? Though it does have the confession of his motives, this alone is not enough. He could have been lying. We need evidence to prove what he said is true. Perhaps you should give it some more thought.
I'll give it some more thought. It was the testament and the message from the deceased. Because he's essentially talking about the blackmail. Although not too directly.
Excellent work! According to the victim's message, the two had deep conflicts. Although we cannot confirm whether the poison had been requested by the victim or not, it is true that Isamu used Shiroyama's family to blackmail him. Such circumstances could be enough motive for Shiroyama to commit the crime.
But wasn't Takatsukasa Isamu good to Shiroyama? He even went to Shiroyama's house to bring health supplements. But maybe he didn't really bring health supplements. Maybe it was something bad.
Is that what you think, Paimon? Well, we later found out that what Takatsukasa Isamu sent to Shiroyama's house was indeed health supplements. But if you consider the circumstances, what he sent wasn't important. What was important is that sending the supplements was actually a dangerous signal. Isamu was essentially implying, I can put anything in your wife's supplements at any time. If you really care about her safety, then get me what I want.
So scary! Your assumption sounds like a real threat. You're not really that dark inside, are you?
You don't really catch criminals by standing in the light, do you? Basically, these two clues work to verify each other, and the murderer's motive is confirmed. Now, all that's left is the means of the crime. Next, which clue confirms the criminal's means? So, what did you find? Have you come to a conclusion?
Yes, I did. The autopsy report, Shirayama's testament, and the toxicology report.
Bingo! The autopsy report confirms that the cause of death was a special toxin. The testament indicates that Shiroyama used his position as a forensic expert to mix the toxin into the cold medicine taken by the deceased. But is that really the truth? Is it not possible that the toxin was mixed into the fish liver paste? Well, according to the toxicology report, this white powder only dissolves in water. Neither rice nor the fish liver paste could be used as a carrier of the toxin. The cold medicine was the only option. Putting the poison elsewhere would not only fail to guarantee a lethal dose, but would also increase the chance of it being noticed by the deceased. Therefore, the means is also confirmed.
Add that to the motive for the crime and... Whoa! So the murderer really was Shiroyama!
Yep, pretty clear cut, wouldn't you say? Look, I really don't know what Sango is so suspicious about.
Yeah, it's pretty clear cut. Huh. You could say it's almost too clear cut.
Wait, I still have some questions.
Oh? Well, let's hear them. Maybe I have answers. What's bugging you?
Why is the research log from the Office of Forensic Science blank? Did someone tear out some pages?
This also puzzles me. Maybe someone doesn't want us being privy to the contents inside, or maybe Shiroyama tore a bunch of pages out by accident. But regardless, this isn't essential to the case. Like I said before, a lot of what comes up in an investigation is irrelevant information. The crucial elements are Shiroyama's motive and means, which we have established.
The toxicology report mentions that this poison isn't sold anywhere in Inazuma, but Shiroyama's testament said that it was bought at the International Trade Association.
Maybe the report was wrong. The International Trade Association is a gathering place for merchants from all over. Countless merchants pass through the port of Rito every day. It's natural for there to be a couple of missing records here or there.
You really have an answer for everything, huh? Based on the convictions written by Kujo Sara for Ryuji and Shiroyama, the two committed the same crime. Why are their punishments different?
Very nice. Top marks for attention to detail. It doesn't have any real bearing on the case, but let me explain how that works for you. So, why would Madame Kujo-Sara sign one conviction sentencing Ryuji to temporary incarceration awaiting trial, and another conviction sentencing Shiroyama to death? You may have heard some rumors back at the station that when this case first came up, the Kujo clan higher-ups were in dire need of a scapegoat to keep the Takatsukasa clan off their backs. And poor Ryuji became the successful candidate. In less than a week, the conviction was drafted, sent to Madame Kujo-Sara, and signed. Allegedly, she knew what it was about as soon as she saw it, and signed it with no questions asked. But anyone who buys this story clearly doesn't know that much about Madame Kujo-Sara. She's the most principled person in the entire Tenryou Commission, for goodness sake. So, How would she respond to a case filled with unanswered questions and no confession from the suspect?
Oh, you mean...
Exactly. Before she signed it, she changed Ryuji's conviction from the death sentence to temporary incarceration. Ryuji escaped a disastrous fate without ever realizing it. Had Madame Kujo-Sara not changed his sentence, Sango would have been seeking justice for a dead man.
Why was Sara so lenient with Ryuji?
That's the wrong question. This wasn't about Ryuji, but Madame Kujo-Sara's principles. The conviction could have been for a Ryuji, a Guji, heck, even a Tanuki, and she would have made the same decision. Given the enormous pressure she was under at the time, I'd say she did the most she could. Don't you think?
Pressure? Really? Was someone higher up putting pressure on Sara?
The pressure came from all sides. The deceased was the leader of the police station and the rising star of the Takatsukasa clan. All eyes were on this case. How this became reduced to the unimaginative rumor that Madame Kujo-Sara convicted Ryuji under pressure from her superiors, I have no idea.
Ugh. Rumors here, conspiracy theories there. Lies at every turn.
Fortunately, Madame Kujo-Sara works in an open and transparent manner and pays no heed to rumors like this. She just rolls her eyes and forgets all about them.
How do you know?
Just because she has never publicly clarified the truth doesn't mean she was hiding anything. So when I asked her about it, saying it was relevant to a case I was working on, she just told me how it was. Believe me, in this case, more than any other, I have checked every last detail. Well, I've answered all your lingering questions, and you've checked all the material the police station has, so... what do you think? Case closed?
Paimon still feels like something doesn't add up. But then again, Heizo did give us all the files the police station had. Ugh, this is annoying.
We've seen everything that the police station has. Now I see the problem.
I don't follow. Enlighten me.
At the detective agency, you told Sango I've disclosed everything the police station has on the case. When we started to look at the files, you said to us everything laid out here is all that the police station has about the case. Just now you said it again. You've checked all the material the police station has.
Huh, right! Why do you keep emphasizing police station every single time?
You tell me. Why do I keep emphasizing police station every time?
Because you have kept something for yourself. Because you are trying to hint that there's other information that the police station doesn't have.
So we're finally here, huh? I was starting to think our investigation was about to end a little early. That would have been a real shame. Man alive, you finally saw through my little game. You're absolutely right. There is other information that the police station doesn't have. Reason being? It's my own evidence. And this evidence should help answer a couple of your questions more clearly. Why was the research log from the Office of Forensic Science blank? And where did the white powder come from?
Aha! Paimon knew you were keeping secrets!
Don't you have secrets too?
No. Nope. Definitely not.
Let's talk somewhere else. This isn't the best place for this discussion.
Where are we going? A quiet place. Not very quiet, there's a child right there.
this is a quiet spot. Let's talk here. All right. Here's the secret I've been keeping all along. The torn out pages from the research log of the Office of Forensic Science.
Great! But Paimon can't believe you kept this a secret all this time!
It's not like you think. I wasn't the one who tore out the pages. Look, just read it over first.
Yes. Load the reading. Acidic nutrients extracted from the Sunsetia were mixed with the oil extracted from the fish liver. When the mixture was purified, the formation of a fine, powdery substance was observed. Over the course of a week, forest boars to whom this substance had been administered suffered first from damage and diseased skin, mucous membranes, followed by respiratory failure, then death. The mixing and purification procedure was then repeated, replacing the Sunsetia with concentrated Sunsetia juice and the fish liver with concentrated fish liver paste. A large quantity of the powdery substance was produced. When forest boars were administered this dose, the time to death was reduced from 1 week to a few hours. See appendix for lethal dose analysis. Researcher Shiro Yama.
Finished? Do you see now? The method used by the perpetrator to commit his crime wasn't by putting the white powder in the cold medicine.
Cold medicine, the fish liver paste were mixed to form the white powder.
That's correct. The white powder was Shiroyama's invention. As a forensic doctor, he provided a special cold medicine for Takatsukasa Isamu. The autopsy report showed that this medicine contained a high volume of acidic fruit and vegetable extracts. Then, he tricked Ryuji into sending fish liver paste to Takatsukasa Isamu. When the two substances were taken together, a toxic dose of the substance formed in his body. This is the real modus operandi.
Oh, that's awful! One was medicine, and the other was an expensive nutritional supplement. Both completely harmless.
True, both are harmless on their own, but when combined, poof, that's it.
Why didn't Shiroyama admit this in his testament? There was no need for him to hide it.
It was not him who wanted to hide it, but the person pulling the strings behind him.
Huh. You mean there was someone else pulling the strings?
Aren't you curious where I found these pages from the research log? It was in Kujo Takayuki's secret warehouse. After I found the missing pages, I did some digging around and found out that Shiroyama had worked for Kujo Takayuki before joining the police station. The Kujo clan secretly provided Shiroyama with funds to study forensic science. I guess you could say that Kujo Takayuki's investment paid dividends in this case. Of course, I had only learned all of this after the Vision Hunt decree came to an end. Kujo Takayuki had lost his grip on power, and the Tenryou Commission was undergoing a general reshuffle. To avoid coming under suspicion, Madame Kujo Sara put me in charge of building a case against Kujo Takayuki. I found a huge stash of fish liver paste in his secret warehouse. Nothing hugely incriminating about that, of course, but I still took the trouble to open each and every package until finally, I had to concede that this really was just a huge stash of fish liver paste. But then, underneath the floor tiles, where the fish liver paste was stacked, I found a secret compartment with this torn-off research report lying inside.
So it was him who wanted to frame Ryuji all along. What a nasty piece of work.
Let's review the whole case from the top. First, Takatsukasa Isamu, for whatever reason, noticed Shiroyama's talent as a forensic doctor and asked him to develop a special poison on his behalf. But Shiroyama was already working for the Kujo clan, so he refused. Takatsukasa Isamu wasn't about to take no for an answer, and that's where things took a dark turn. He twisted Shiroyama's arm by making a veiled threat to harm his family. All Shiroyama could do was to secretly report everything to Kujo Takayuki. When Takayuki learned what was happening, he instructed Shiroyama to pretend to cooperate with Takatsukasa Isamu, then kill the latter with the white powder once it was fully developed. Meanwhile, Ryuji's only role in this case was to deliver the fish liver paste to Takatsukasa Isamu on Shiroyama's orders, completely unaware of the fact that he was being used as a pawn and that this was a key ingredient needed to create the poison. After the incident, Kujo Takayuki hoped to make Ryuji the fall guy, until the death sentence was stalled when it reached Madame Kujo Sara. In the meantime, Sango had begun her own investigation. Kujo Takayuki grew nervous that the truth would get out, so he threw Shiroyama to the wolves, hounding him to death and erasing all traces of contact between the two. And yet, he wanted to keep this secret formula, so he hid it. Greedy guy, that Takayuki. He must have wanted to have it on hand just in case he needed to employ it again in the future, and make someone else disappear.
This Kujo Takayuki is an evil lunatic! We've got to report this to A. Whatever his current punishment is, it needs to be 10 times worse!
That would be practically impossible. One research log found in his warehouse doesn't prove anything. Even I can think of 100 excuses. Besides, Ryuji directly contributed to Takatsukasa Isamu's death by delivering the fish liver paste to him. The fact that he was unaware of the true nature of the situation doesn't matter.
But he's still innocent, right? Isn't it just a coincidence? Paimon really doesn't get how the law works.
Legally speaking, the judge would most likely rule that it was accidental. But in practice, Ryuji may still have to end up shouldering some responsibility.
So basically, you've been hiding the truth all this time to protect Ryuji.
Mental trauma doesn't heal as easily as physical wounds. My biggest worry is that Ryuji would struggle to cope if he knew the truth. He's like an innocent child. He freely gives his trust and his love to everyone that treats him well. That's why he thought of Takatsukasa Isamu as a father figure. I'm pretty sure that to this day, he has never paused to wonder whether Takatsukasa Isamu was actually a good person, or if Sango just hired him as a gopher, or why I left the detective agency. If he found out the facts about Takatsukasa Isamu, I'm afraid it would crush him.
So why are you revealing the truth to me today?
Well, as you can see, I'm a little less confident than people might think. To prevent Ryuji from getting hurt, I covered up the truth. But by doing so, have I held him back? Did I do the right thing? I couldn't turn to anyone for help, and everyone around me thinks I'm so smart that I should just be able to handle every case on my own. Even if I tried to discuss it with them, they'd just say, "Don't be ridiculous, Mr. Heizo, no problem's too difficult for you." But you're different. Unlike them, you don't have that kind of prejudice towards me. You've traveled far and wide and have had all kinds of experiences. It must have taught you a lot. Most importantly, my intuition tells me that you're someone special, that I can trust you and that you can help me. Right? So, I'd like you to be the one to decide whether we should expose the truth or not.
That might be two different endings. I need to think about that.
Oh, you don't need to tell me what you decide, and you certainly don't need to decide right now. Let's just say I'm leaving this teensy tiny matter up to you. All right, let's head back to the detective agency. You can mull it over on the way. Once you've made up your mind, just tell Ryuji and Sango your verdict.
Hey, Traveler. Hey, Detective Heizo. You're back already, huh? I bet you're tired. Well, I just bought some tonkatsu. Care to join me? There's plenty for everyone.
We'd love to. But wouldn't you like to hear the results of our investigation first?
No matter what you were able to find, it's all in the past and won't ever change. So I think we'd better chow down first. Besides, if Sango's not happy with the results, we might not have anything to eat later.
Come on, Ryuji, pipe down. Let's hear the traveler's conclusion first.
Okay then. Over to you, Hazel and Traveler.
Don't worry, just tell us your findings. Everyone trusts you, as do I.
Detective Hazel hid some evidence. The truth of the matter is...
But how? How could this be?
Huh. So, that's what really happened?
Ryuji, I know it's hard to accept, but...
Wait a minute. Sorry, I have quite the stomachache. Sango, can I take the day off?
Sure, of course. Take the week if you need it.
Oh, Paimon hopes Ryuji will be okay.
I didn't expect things to turn out like this.
Just give him some time to himself. I think he'll eventually come to accept it.
I'm still a little worried, though. What if he doesn't come to work tomorrow?
Well, you just gave him the week off, so...
Then we'll go to him. Don't you worry about that, Sango. You need some time to process all of this, too.
Eight. Eight it is.
Ah, you're here. Don't worry. Ryuji came earlier this morning. I guess he can handle a lot more than I had thought. I was honestly worried he'd suffer a breakdown. But as of today, it seems he'll be fine.
Is he not here?
He went over to Natsuke Nogen Crafts to buy something.
Let's go find him then.
Before you go, Hazo, I kind of understand now what you meant when you left.
Oh, really? I'm happy to hear you say that. All right, time to find Ryuji.
Ryuji, where are you? What are you crafting?
Look! There's Ryuji! With a little kid, too! Is he buying our toys? Uncle Ryuji, was my daddy handsome? I've never seen what he looked like.
Of course. Takatsukasa Isamu was a very handsome man. Also, it's not uncle. Call me brother.
But you look so old.
Well, I'm still your brother.
Huh? How come?
Because he treated me like a son.
Huh? Who are you guys?
We're friends with your big brother Ryuji, and with your father too.
Oh, really? Yay! I've met loads of my daddy's friends today. Can you tell me some stories about him? I really want to hear them.
Sure. Why, I know enough stories about your old man that if I started talking now, you'd be all grown up before I finished them.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I don't want to grow up too soon then. Maybe when I'm 100. No, 200 years old. No, 300 years old. Yep, I'm gonna wait until I'm 300 years old before I become a grown-up, so that I can make sure I finish all the stories first.
The famous detective's principles. Some things will always be more important than the truth.
Welcome to Netsuke no Gen Crafts. We can make things other than sculptures as well.
How's the map looking? Sure was a choice right at the end.
Hey, Traveler! You're back already?
We'd love to.
No matter what you were able to find, it's all in the past and won't ever change. So I think we'd better chow down. Besides, if...
Come on, Ryuji, pipe down. Let's hear the travel.
Don't worry, just tell...
Zango was wrong about Heizo and the murderer. The murderer was indeed Shiroyama.
Well, what do you know?
Murderer.
I suspected that was the case. Please rest in peace, Master Takatsukasa.
No, impossible. Traveler, are you sure you checked every last file carefully?
Trust me, I did. I lie.
Ugh, no, you little... Shikanoing Heizo. You didn't pull any shenanigans on the Traveler, did you?
Sango, no accusations without evidence, remember?
The truth is out and the case is closed, Sango. Please don't send any more of your harassment letters to the Tenryo Commission. Well, I really owe it to you, Traveler. I'll be sure to properly thank you later. Until then, see ya.
Hey, you're not going anywhere!
There's one secret that only we know of. And that is that we are gonna be hit by a broom real quick. Now, where was the other split? Wrong way. Broom ending. The 3 case files. At the police station, I guess.
So, have you gone through the case files? Is there anything that caught your eye?
So this was a choice, maybe. Prince of Mischief, bullying children in Hanamisaka. Maybe just the missing dog is not an actual story we can go after.
That case should be easy enough. Just leave it to Uesugi. This complaint letter I received is more important.
Or maybe not.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to drag you into this, but it's just occurred to me that with your help, I might be able to wrap up this problem.
Alright then, tell us about the complaint.
It's from Songo, the president. You can say that.
Concealing.
Hey, don't...
Does this already lock us into the wrong way again? Yes.
So, have you gone through...
An approval reply for Hazel Talks Fraud.
Oh, have they approved it already? Huh. The Tenryo Commission certainly has become more efficient ever since Kujo Kamaji took office.
So, what is Hazotox fraud?
It's an anti-fraud public awareness event. Basically, think of it as a short play about fraud. We'll get a few people to perform an entertaining drama in order to raise public awareness about the issue.
Ooh, so it's a play? Paimon likes the sound of that.
I thought you're only interested in major cases, not petty things like fraud.
Well, see, fraud is a major issue here. You've traveled between different nations. I'm sure Mora isn't really an issue for you.
Exactly, true.
You have to understand that scamming the poor of their money is essentially robbing them of their lives. Left unchecked, the situation could potentially deteriorate into something more... serious.
That makes sense. But will putting on a performance really work?
It's hard to say. Preventing crimes is more difficult than solving them, there's no doubt about that, but prevention is also a more worthwhile cause. Maybe only a small number of people who attend the event will ever actually encounter a scam artist. And even then, of the handful of attendees who encounter said scam artist, I doubt many of them will be able to see through the scammer's ruse. But if even only one person escapes the clutches of a scam artist because of my event, then I'm willing to put on this play for that person.
Alright, count us in! Today we are the anti-fraud messengers!
Great! First, we need 3 actors, 2 to play the scam artists and 1 to play the victim. I already have a couple candidates in mind for the roles of the scam artists, so come with me to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
New location. And it's all about location. Location, location, location.
Ooh, if we're going to the Grand Narukami Shrine, are you planning to recruit Miko for your play? She'd be really good at acting.
Well, I guess you'll have to wait and see.
Hazo, what are you doing here, you little brat? Oh, and the Traveler, too. So, I assume you're here to see Lady Yae?
I honestly don't know who we are here to see.
Hey, come on, cuz. Maybe I'm just here to see you.
Don't play your little games with me. If the Traveler isn't looking for Lady Yae, then you must be here looking for Etsu, right?
You still know me best, cuz.
Etsu.
Please wait here. I'll go get her.
Huh, so we're not here to see Miko? Bummer.
I'm flattered, but even if I wanted to, do you really think I could convince Lady Yae to join a little event like mine?
Get the Traveler to ask her next time. She can do it.
Well, hello, Detective Hazo. It's been so long since you last came to see me. You know, it's cruel to keep a girl waiting.
Hey, community service isn't all bad, is it? I'm sure it's better than prison, at least.
Prison?
That's right. I was careless and found myself caught up in a case of fraud. Detective Hazo arrested me, and I was sentenced to prison.
For the record, I'm not the one who technically arrested you.
Oh, come now, Detective Hazo. Don't pretend like you don't remember the part you played. You have a cold heart, Detective. Colder than an icicle in the middle of winter. How would those Doshin have nabbed me if you hadn't provided evidence of my involvement and whereabouts, They were so bland and functional. Not like you, Detective. When you took me down, you knew exactly what you were doing.
So, how did you end up here at the shrine?
I'm here doing community service, of course. After all the information Detective Hazo managed to squeeze out of me, he promised to help secure a reduced sentence from the court. But in the end, they hardly reduced my sentence at all. Even after serving a lengthy prison term, I am still required to perform community service. I have to spend the entire day sweeping leaves or wiping floors. Just look at what the work has done to my soft and delicate hands.
My, what a tragedy.
So, don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth.
I helped you get community service because you were credited with assisting the investigation. But if you find it too exhausting, I can always send you back to prison again.
If you want.
Oh, come on, Detective Hazo. Now you're just toying with me.
Don't give me that. Listen, I'd like to invite you to the anti-fraud event I mentioned last time. It's tomorrow night, and you'll be a VIP guest. Let's see. Appearing in the event would be equivalent to... what? 5 days of community service? How does that sound?
Only 5 days? That's hardly anything.
5 days not enough? Okay. How about 4 days?
Hey! That's a day less than what you just promised me, Detective Hazo.
Oh, my mistake. 3 days.
All right, I'll go. Just stop playing with my heart. And may I ask, will they also be coming as a guest tomorrow night?
Hi. I'm Li Huan.
No wonder you're treating me so coldly today, Detective Hazo. Looks like you found someone else to keep you company. And what a charmer they are. I get what you see in them. I mean, you'd have to be blind not to.
Etsu, now's not the time. If I hear you talking like that to my friend again, I'll make your community service even more unpleasant than your time in prison.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea they were your friend. Really.
Well, now you do. Just be sure you're ready tomorrow. I'll send you the location, time of the event, and the script, so don't be late. All right, on to our next candidate. He should be in town right about now.
Going all over again.
I apologize for earlier. I don't know what came over me. Oh, Detective Hazo? He can't stand people like me, I'm sure of it. Although he sounds polite and friendly, I can tell that he treats inmates convicted of fraud differently. He's really got something against us. Do you think he may have been defrauded himself before? Impossible. Who could ever be cunning enough to fool Detective Hazo like that,
Hello there, traveler. I must apologize for my cousin. He must have been causing you all kinds of trouble. He's always been quite a handful. But I promise, he doesn't mean any harm.
Oh, that's what he meant when he said cuz.
If he goes too far, please, by all means, put him in his place. And if he dares protest, just tell him he either does as he's told, or he'll have me to answer to.
Mr. Iba, how are you doing?
Oh, well, if it isn't Hazel. Thanks to you, I haven't kicked the bucket yet.
Well, it's good to see you're alive. And well.
All right, out with it. I know you wouldn't come see me for nothing.
I see you're still sharp as ever, Mr. Iba. Look, have you had a chance to think about that anti-fraud event I mentioned to you last time?
You can forget it. I'm pushing 71 this year. You think I want to make a fool of myself?
Yes.
Are you sure? You know, this event is very well funded. And now that the Sakoku decree has been repealed, I heard that your granddaughter Kazumi wants to take the chance to travel. If you participate, she can go without worrying about money at all.
Huh? How did you know? Sure, I paid a hefty fine at the time, but I can still afford her travels.
A hefty fine?
You're Heizo's colleague, aren't you? How haven't you heard about this?
We started today.
Well, it just so happens that Mr. Iba was a well-known figure in Inazuma back in the day. His Iba Trading Guild was even bigger than the current International Trade Association.
Don't bring it up again. If I hadn't been misled by that foreign merchant, I never would have become a commercial scammer. Fortunately, young Heizo here has some respect for the elderly and applied for a probationary sentence. Otherwise, I don't think I would have ever seen the light of day again.
Well, if Hazel was so good to you, then you should help him out too.
He's not as innocent as he looks, you know. He just knows it's easier to get information when we're chatting outside. Ask him if you don't believe me.
Those are some pretty harsh words, Mr. Iba.
Anyway, I can't help you with that, event or whatever you call it.
Ah, man alive. What should I do now? I already told Kazumi that you'd show up and caution everybody about avoiding fraud. I'm sure it'd be beneficial for everyone, and Kazumi even agreed to come and listen. How can I explain to her that you were too worried about being embarrassed? She might even think that you feel no remorse at all.
You imbecile! You should have told me about this first!
Come on now. How could I have known that you'd refuse to participate?
Why, you sure are a crafty one, just like your father.
So you'll join us?
What choice do I have? Using my granddaughter to force me into some event. People these days.
The world needs you to step up. I will send the time and place of the event as well as the script, so don't forget to prepare.
All right, very well.
Well then. Now, we only need to find the last person to play the role of the fooled victim. We don't want someone too clever for this role. Otherwise, they'd see right through this ruse and the drama would come to a grinding halt.
Not too clever. Oh! Paimon knows the perfect candidate.
Arataki, numero uno. Beetle.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. I've seen him in the police station a handful of times, though I've never actually spoken to him before. Do you know where we can find him?
It all comes around today.
Well, we did just see a file called the Prince of Mischief in Hanamizaka. That's gotta be Ito. He must be in Hanamizaka.
All right then. To Hanamizaka we go. Oh, but knowing his reputation, I'll need to bring a little something along just to guarantee we can secure his participation. You go ahead. I'll catch up.
Oh, getting on the wrong side of Hazo really was a mistake. Huh? You two want to know what happened? Oh, there's not much to it, really. As soon as I heard Hazo was on the case, I knew it was over. I took the easy way out and confessed to everything. After all, what else can you do when a cyclone is heading your way?
Cyclone?
Hazo's nickname. It's what all the prisoners call him. Haven't you heard it before? There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. For criminals, Hazo is a force of nature nobody can contend with. Alas, if only I'd known.
How about that, kiddo? My little Prince of Mischief's got some moves, huh? Guess that means your Oni Kabuto is now my Oni Kabuto.
See, you are still doing what we left you.
Ito! What are you up to?
Huh? Oh, Paimon, my compadre. This is a nice surprise. What brings you out this way?
We heard you were bullying kids. We even helped you doing so.
What? No, it's not. No, it's nothing like that. They let me look after their Oni Kabuto just for a little while for safekeeping, and then, once they've gotten stronger, they can come and take them right back.
You win some, you lose some.
That's right, my little guy. Good attitude. All right, see you around. Yeah, bye.
There's just no helping this guy.
Actually, we'd like to invite you to an anti-fraud event tomorrow night.
Oh, an anti-fraud event? I'll level with you, compadre. I have no idea what that is, but if you want me there, I can think of nowhere I'd rather be. Oh, except that there's this Oni Kabuto Battle Royale tomorrow night that I was planning on going to. Yeah, it's gonna be huge. No holds barred, winner takes home all the Oni Kabuto.
That was yesterday, Ito. It's fine now.
And, as you can see, my Prince of Mischief has a pretty good chance of winning this thing, so, if it was any other day, you know?
Do you think all of those Oni Kabuto together would be a match for my one? Here's a picture. Let me know what you think.
Nice picture. This is one of the endings.
Huh? Well, what this... What is this? How'd it get so big? What are you feeding this thing? Look at those beautiful demon stripes, those razor-sharp horns. Is this the fabled Emperor Oni Kabuto?
This is a small token we provide for VIPs. If you're willing to attend, then one of these will be yours at the end of the event.
Whoa, okay, I'm there. Wait a sec. You look familiar. Who are you anyway? And furthermore, do Oni Kabuto really come in this size? You're not trying to con me, are you? Because the more I think about it, the more I'm inclined to think that you're a contestant in tomorrow night's Oni Kabuto Battle Royale! Yeah, you lost to me in a previous Beetle battle, and now you're trying to get the reigning champ out of the way. Without Prince of Mischief to contend with, you'll be free to sweep in and take all the Oni Kabuto. Am I right or am I right? Nice try, you little punk. 10 out of 10 for the pitch, but, you picked the wrong victim.
Okay. Then again, consider this. If your Prince of Mischief isn't competing, what's the point of me taking part? After all I'd stand to win is a bunch of puny little larvae. No?
Well, you've stumped me there. You are completely right. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Sorry, my bro, my main man, my buddy. I had you all wrong.
So, you're sure this guy's our best choice?
No, not really anymore.
Yeah, see? He was already wondering if you were trying to con him.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I'm Shikanoin Hazo. I've seen you around a few times before at the police station.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I remember now. No wonder you looked so familiar. You were that guy who was in for stealing other people's Oni Kabuto, right? Listen, Hazo, hombre, did you apologize to them? You can lose like a man, you can win like a man, but you can never steal like a man. And that's a little Ito nugget.
Ito! He works there, for crying out loud! He's not one of your fellow inmates.
What? Oh, jeez. What's wrong with me? How could I forget? Of course I know you. I remember you now. For real, this time. You're the guy who sells lavender melons at the station, aren't you?
A lavender melon seller? At the police station? Don't be ridiculous!
I know what I saw, okay? Several times now I've been sitting there starving in jail when this guy comes and slips me a few lavender melons on the sly. Didn't even want payment. Solid guy.
Yeah, that was me. But it was only because your assistant, Kuki Shinobu, asked me to look out for you.
What? So Shinobu was behind it? Wait, so Ombre, you're not a lavender melon seller?
Look, we're getting hung up on all the wrong details here. The important detail right now is that I am the host of tomorrow night's event. And if you show up, the Oni Kabuto in the picture is yours. Deal?
Deal, I guess.
Deal, done. But, could I get another look at that picture first? Just, a little peek-see?
You'll have all the time in the world to inspect the real article once the event's over.
Okay, sure. I can wait. So, Ombre, is there anything I need to do to prepare? Because if I'm doing this, I'm bringing my A game, alright? No half measures here. I'm gonna do this right.
He sure picks his moments to start acting responsibly.
Okay, so for this event, you, my, bro, will be participating in a short anti-fraud play along with 2 other VIP attendees. The main thing we ask is that you just relax. Try not to be nervous. I have the script, right here, if you want to take a...
Script? It sounds like someone's never seen the Arataki gang perform before, huh?
We should look for someone else.
Don't you worry, Ombre. The Arataki gang is a little beyond the need for scripts. You'll see, this Oni Kabuto will be well worth your investment.
You, don't need a script? Wow, well, now I'm excited. See you there tomorrow night.
I'm scared.
You bet. I'll be there. I'm gonna tell the gang about this, too. They'll all be there to support us.
Very scary. Wrong button. $20 the next day.
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
It's almost time. Everyone ready? All right, then let's get this show started.
Oh, I can't wait, Mr. Hazo.
Let's get going, Hazo.
Emperor Oni Kabuto, hang in there, Your Highness. I'm coming for you.
It takes years to make a fortune, but only a moment to lose it all to a scam artist. Welcome to the first Hazo Talks Fraud. I am your eponymous host, Hazo. Okay, I'm delighted to have you all here today to explore the topic of fraud. To help everyone avoid becoming the victim of scam artists themselves, we thought we'd invite several VIPs with a lot of experience in this area to perform a little play with an anti-fraud message. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Miss Etsu, Mr. Iba, and the venerable gentleman, Mr. Arataki Ito.
Chibi artwork.
Without further ado, let the show begin. It was just another bright sunny day when a distressed Miss Etsu brought her elderly grandpa, Iba, into the police station to report a crime. There, they were greeted by a kindly Doshin, surname Arataki.
Doshin Arataki, please help us! My poor grandpa has been defrauded!
Doshin Arataki? You talking to me?
Perhaps for want of familiarity with the script, a confused look creeps over Doshin Arataki's face, and he asks himself that age-old question. Who am I?
Yes, you are Doshin Arataki! You're Doshin Arataki!
Oh, so I'm in the play. Right, yeah. Okay, got it. I'm a Doshin, of course. Okay, I got this. Ma'am, can you tell who it was that defrauded your grandfather? Rest assured, the Tenryo Commission and I are here to bring them to justice.
I don't know. It was too late when I found out. They took all of my grandpa's money, and all they left was this note.
Doshin Arataki frowns as he realizes this is more complicated than he thought. He takes the note in his hand and reads it out loud.
I am the Raiden Shogun. I am currently being held hostage by the Crux fleet and urgently need 200,000 mora to secure my release. Please place the ransom mora on the north coast of the deserted island. When all of this is over, I will promote you to General of the Tenryo Commission.
It's the almighty Shogun! Ahem. We cannot let Her Excellency come to harm.
But this is a scam, surely. I mean, 200,000 mora? Kinda lowballing it for the Electro Archon, don't you think? Shouldn't it be like, 300,000 at the very least?
Well, I sure thought so, but Grandpa's already parted with the money.
Well, then we gotta get it back. Is there still time?
Before I could go out to look for it, Grandpa received another note.
Doshin Arataki takes the note and reads it out loud.
I am Miss Hina. I am currently raising funds to publish a photo book. I urgently need 300,000 mora for publishing fees. In return for your support, you will receive a limited edition signed photograph.
It's Miss Hina. We can't leave poor Miss Hina in a tight spot.
You're right, Gramps. Is 300,000 mora enough? I can spare some too if we need to make up the difference. Maybe I can get a photo of Miss Hina too. We gotta help Miss Hina out here.
It's a scam, Doshin Arataki! Snap out of it!
Oh, right, yeah, because if Miss Hina needed funds, she'd come to me first, as her #1 fan. Why would she go asking this old geezer for help? These con artists don't know who they're up against.
Well, anyway, not long after Grandpa handed over the money, he received yet another note.
Doshin Arataki grabs the note and reads it aloud.
If he could read, that is.
I am Arataki Ito. I was recently framed for a crime I totally did not commit, and now I'm stuck here in prison. I am in urgent need of 500,000 mora as bail. In return for your help getting me out, I will bring the whole gang over to thank you personally at your house.
Must be a scammer, surely. I've never heard of this person, and they're asking me for 500,000 mora.
Wait a minute. This is a scam. I'm Arataki Ito.
You are? But your name tag says...
Doshin Arataki follows Miss Etsu's gaze to the name tag emblazoned on his chest, which reads, Arataki Shmito.
What kind of whack job script is this? Am I me or ain't I?
So, the bail money?
Nope, no way, not a chance. Arataki Ito would never ask innocent people for mora in order to post bail. Whoever wrote this is a liar and a cheat, and we gotta get out there and get this guy off our streets.
But just as Doshin Arataki is being overcome with righteous indignation, the sound of Miss Etsu's weeping brings his attention back to her.
Misatsu, don't you worry. We're gonna catch the people who did this.
Even if you do catch them, how are we ever going to get Grandpa's money back? Oh, whatever are we going to do about all those Onikabuto?
Onikabuto? Wait, what was that about the, Onikabuto?
Oh, well, Grandpa is a major Onikabuto breeder in our village. His are the biggest and strongest Onikabuto around. People come from far and wide to buy from him. We recently received an order that was too big for our current capacity. We were planning to expand Grandpa's facilities, but then we were swindled out of all of our money. Right after we'd signed the contract, too. If we don't deliver these Onikabuto on time, Grandpa will have to pay huge damages. Oh, what are we going to do?
Man, what's that saying? It's like, it never rains, but it snowballs. Exactly what we're dealing with.
Etsu, my dear, don't worry. I'll sell the house if I have to. We'll find a way through.
But then where will we stay? Please help us, Doshin Arataki. All we need is the 500,000 mora that was taken from us. Can you help us raise it? Or maybe you could lend it to us? Grandpa's business is going very well. We just need help getting over this hurdle. Doshin Arataki, please. If you lend us the money, I'm sure I can make it up to you by...
You are trying to scam Ito, aren't you?
I won't hear of it. As a public servant, I would never dream of taking advantage of a person in need.
I was going to say, by giving you part ownership of the Onikabuto farm.
Oh, so that's what you were, yeah. That's not as enticing an offer as I was... wait, on Onikabuto farm, how many Onikabuto did you say you have? Because if it's more than, say, 10...
10,000.
What? 10,000? Well, that's more Onikabuto than I've seen in my whole life.
Please help us. As long as we get through this, those 10,000 Onikabuto are yours to keep.
10,000 Onikabuto? Hey, if I looked after them, they'd have little baby Onikabuto. And then the little baby Onikabuto would grow up and have little baby Onikabuto of their own.
Doshin Arataki is struck by a sudden wave of pure elation. His face breaks into a big, beaming smile. But what does he do next?
Misatsu, don't you worry. I'm gonna help you out. But 10,000 is too many. I can only accept 1,000. Wait, no, what am I saying? 500 Onikabuto. As a Doshin of the Tenryou Commission, it is my duty to serve. How could I abuse my position to take advantage of you?
That's great news, Master Arataki. What a wonderful person you are. So strong and handsome and committed to doing the right thing. It's rare to find these days.
Yep, that's me. All right, there's just one final question that needs answering.
What question is that?
The question is... Where's my Mora? Huh. Yo, Hazel, my hombre, question for you. What's my character's salary in the script? Oh, also, any inheritance or other lump sums I should know about? Basically, can I afford this 500,000 Mora? I mean, Shmito, I can afford it. Can Shmito?
Ahem. Faced with a damsel in distress, Doshin Arataki fights to remain level-headed and asks that other age-old question. Where's my Mora? Suddenly, he feels a strange compulsion to slide his hand into his pocket where, it turns out, a bank check has been quietly nestled all along. He draws the check out and inspects it. Today is payday, and this is his salary. The amount? 500,000 Mora.
Whoa, check it out! A check for 500,000 Mora! Where'd you come from, buddy? Misatsu, get this. Turns out I just got paid 500,000 Mora today. Well, here's your Mora.
Thank you so much. Master Arataki, what's wrong?
Doshin Arataki stretches out his hand. But wait! Just as he is about to hand over the check to Miss Etsu, he hesitates, tightly pinching one end of the check betwixt his two fingers. All he needs to do now is release the check, and it will fall into Miss Etsu's eager hands. But let go of the check he does not.
Master Arataki, let go!
Wait. Something's not right.
Doshin Arataki is having second thoughts. Has something caught his attention? Has it aroused his suspicion? Has he finally realized the truth?
So, this is an anti-fraud show, right?
Yes.
Huh?
A spark of intuition bursts to life in Doshin Arataki's mind.
Is he realizing that he is being frauded?
Since this is an anti-fraud event, I have a question.
Is he about to ask the most critical question of all?
Or is he just gonna miss the point by a landslide?
I gotta ask.
This is it. Here it comes.
Does a Doshin really get paid this much?
Ito!
500,000 mora. Enough to get an Electro Archon out from a hostage situation, then go pay for Miss Hina's publishing costs. You telling me the average Doshin can do all that on one pay packet? I don't know, seems pretty fishy to me. Hey, compadre, what do you think? Am I being scammed here?
Heizo! Ito's cheating! He asked for help!
As the spark of intuition flickers and threatens to fade, Doshin Arataki clutches around in desperation, hoping to find a source of fuel to feed the flames of enlightenment. Traveler, are you going to help this poor man out of his predicament?
This is my choice of ending, because I don't want to help him. Ito, just follow your heart.
Follow my heart? Alright then. There's no way a Doshin makes 500,000 mora in a single pay packet. Two innocent victims, Miss Etsu and Mr. Iba, come to a Doshin for help. And the Doshin, whips out a 500,000 mora check? Yeah, likely story. There's only one possible explanation. Who's got two horns and carries around a fake checkbook? Yep, this guy. With this fake check for 500,000 mora, I almost swindled Etsu and Iba out of 10,000 Onikabuto, the last thing these poor folks needed after the recent string of catastrophes they've faced. My mind is blown. Craziest plot twist I ever heard. The criminal was the main character all along. Miss Etsu, I'm afraid I can't let myself give you this fake check. But I will do everything in my power to raise 500,000 genuine mora for you. So don't you worry.
Can't let myself give you this. I can't let myself do this.
What the?
Oh, jeez.
In the end, Doshin Arataki listened to the voice of his heart and narrowly avoided being defrauded in his own unconventional way. But regrettably, he failed to ask the critical question: who in their right mind would give away Onikabuto for free? I ask you all, is there such a thing as free Onikabuto? Free Mora? Or does nothing in life come for free?
No, only Kabuto are very much free. They just appear on trees. And Mora in rocks.
Thank you all for watching Heizo Talks Fraud. Don't get greedy and you won't be needy. Stay alert and you won't get hurt. You never know where scammers may lurk. See you all next time.
Wait, my man, what did you mean when you said I avoided being defrauded? I thought I was the fraudmeister here.
Maybe someone should have read the script. Miss Etsu and Master Eva were the scam artists. Duh! You were the one they were trying to scam.
What? Huh? I was being conned? Darn, I can't believe they got me.
Well, you still managed to protect your money. In the end, they didn't succeed.
Yeah, but that was a happy coincidence. They scammed me, and I fell for it.
Guessing it wasn't your first time either, huh?
It was such a cheap trick, too. Oh, this is killing me.
The trick is a common one for a reason, but don't underestimate it. That's how you end up being a victim.
But how am I gonna protect my gang if even I get fooled by such cheap tricks?
Don't blame yourself, old chap. In fact, you know what? I was also conned today. Yeah, me, of all people. Does that make you feel better?
You too, hombre? No way! No, that's impossible. You're just trying to cheer me up.
Oh, no, it's the truth. Please, just take a look at the present I got for you.
Wait, why can't it move?
That's just it. I'm sorry to say, it's just a figurine.
What? A figure? You mean, it's a fake?
Yeah, and it's all my fault. I was duped by the Onikabuto vendor's false advertising. What a colossal fool I am. Taken in by a common street vendor? Ugh.
You sound so genuine, Hazel.
So you really were conned, dude! Let me take a second to let that sink in.
You're so trusting, Ita.
Gotta say, although I didn't get my Emperoroni Kabuto, somehow, knowing that even Hazel got conned kinda puts me back in a good mood. It's, strange. Maybe I'm sharper than I'm giving myself credit for. Great minds think alike, so, me and my hombre here, kinda equally matched. Hey, by the way, compadre, looks like you're the only one out of the three of us who didn't get conned today. But you better watch out. We got fooled not because we were stupid, but because those scam artists are some crafty dastards. I want you to have this figurine as a reminder of the fact that today, Hazel and I both got conned, but we both grew a little wiser too. I hope that whenever you see it, you'll remember how cunning those con artists were, and how difficult it was for Hazel and I to see through their schemes. Then, you'll always keep your wits about you, and you'll never become a victim yourself.
Yep, that's right. No one will ever manage to con you.
The three undeceivables. One of us has been tricked, but it isn't me. It's not me either. It can't be me, right? I mean, are you kidding? And that just leaves our little flying lavender melon. Ah ha ha. That's a very cute picture. Where did that thing go? Is it in here? I didn't really see what kind of item it was. It's not furniture. I wouldn't be surprised if it would have been furniture. Because I don't know what else it would be. I mean, furniture is all kinds of things. Like animals. I wish I had seen better. But I was looking at the picture instead. Yeah, there's too many things in here. Search would be very much appreciated. Fabled Emperor Onikabuto. There it is. A highly lifelike Onikabuto figurine that has been made with great care. The texture of the materials used is very close to that which makes up an Onikabuto's exoskeleton and is highly detailed. This makes it look very much like a living Onikabuto, easily fooling even lovers of bug fights. Compared to normal Onikabuto, Emperor Onikabuto have more attractive patterns and majestic horns. This sort of Onikabuto really does exist. Probably be utterly invincible in the field of bug battles.
Most humans could have the entirety of their
Why do I keep going here instead
lives
of
chronicled in
the,
but a few short lines.
this menu? Now, why was the split? Obviously telling Ito the correct way to handle this. Yeah.
Their stories really make for terribly dull reading.
Oh boy. You need to wade through all of this again. Including the time skip.
It's almost time, everyone.
Oh, I can't wait, Mr. Hazo.
Let's get going, Haze.
Emperor Onikabuto, hang in there, Your Highness.
It takes years to make a Okay. To help everyone avoid please join me, Miss Etsu, Mr. and the Venerable Without further ado. It was just enough.
Doshin Arataki!
Doshin?
Yes!
Oh, so... Ma'am!
Oh,
It was too late when I found out.
Doshin Arataki.
I am the...
It's the almighty show.
Well, I sure...
Well, then we...
Before I could go out to...
Doshin Arataki.
I am Miss...
It's Miss Hina.
You're right, Gramps. Is 300,000 more a...
It's a scam, Doshin Arataki! Snap!
Oh, right, yeah. He's got...
Well, anyway...
Doshin Arataki.
It's interesting how different lines can be skipped at different speeds.
Doshin Arataki.
What kind of whack job?
So...
Nope, no way, not a chance. Arataki Ito wouldn't.
But just as Doshin...
Miss Etsu, don't you...
Even if you do...
Onikabuto?
Oh, well, we recently received an order that was too big for our current capacity.
Let me skip this
We were
line.
planning to expand Grandpa's facilities, but then we were swindled out of all of our money.
Man, what's that saying? It's...
Etsu, my dear.
But then where... Please help us! Grandpa's business...
I won't hear of it.
I was going to...
Oh, so that's what you were... yeah. That's not as enticing. Because if it's more than, say...
10,000...
What? 10?
Please help us.
10,000... Doshin Arataki.
Miss Etsu, don't you worry. I'm gonna help you. But 10,000 as a Doshin of the 10...
That's great news, What question?
The question is... Huh. Yo, Hazel...
Suddenly...
Whoa, check it out! A check for Miss Etsu! Get this?
Thank you so much.
Doshin Arataki. All he needs to do...
Master Arataki.
Wait.
Doshin Arataki's...
So,
Huh?
A spark of intuition.
Since this is an...
Is he about to act?
I got...
This is it.
Does a Doshin really get paid this much? 500,000 more. I don't know.
Hazel!
Traveler, are you going to help this poor man out of his predicament?
Yeah, I guess. Ito, keep an eye out for Etsu and Iba.
Aha! Etsu and Iba! So that's what's going on here. You two are the scam artists. You put on this damsel in distress and elderly grandpa act to win my sympathy, then used a few cheap tricks to get my attention. Then you dangled the bait in front of me, waiting for me to bite. Darn it! I knew it! Who in their right mind would give away Oni Kabuto for free, let alone 10,000 of them? It's too good to be true, and that's how I know you're the scam artists. You got a lot of nerve trying to scam a Doshin. You're coming with me, and you'll give a full confession if you know what's good for you.
Finally, with the help of his intuition and a little guidance from beyond the void, Doshin Arataki successfully avoided being defrauded. Not only that, but he asked a critical question. Who in their right mind would give away Oni Kabuto for free? I ask you all, is there such a thing as free Oni Kabuto? Free Mora? Or does nothing in life come for free? All right, remember, it takes years to make a fortune, but only a moment to lose it all to a scam artist. Thank you once again for watching. Hazo Talks Fraud.
Once again.
Stay alert, everybody, and see you again next time.
So, how's my acting? I think I did just fine without a script. Those two would-be scam artists need to up their game if they want to have a chance of taking me down.
Hello? Without that hint from the Traveler, you would have handed that cash away without a second thought.
Right, yeah. I should thank her for the timely hint. But I pretty much knew off the bat that something fishy was about to go down, so, it was just a matter of time before I saw right through their scam. Seriously, oldest trick in the book. Who's gonna fall for that?
Old tricks they may well be, but the reason they've stood the test of time is that the ideal victim is always out there somewhere. People who are behind on the times, naive, socially isolated, or have cognitive deficiencies. Just because they don't always get noticed doesn't mean they're not there. Scammers cast a wide net. Sure, maybe 10,000 fish will escape, but they only need one catch for them to win and for us to lose.
Well, no more losing from now on. Not with me here to protect everyone. I think we can all agree that my performance today shows I'm savvy enough to keep the scammers at bay.
Ito, you were just playing. You're not really a Doshin.
Don't be too confident. Anyway, Ito, my old... What was it again? Ah, yes, bro. Here's the reward you were promised.
Ah, music to my ears. Emperor Oni Kabuto, come to Papa. Oh, look at those sharp horns and those beautiful stripes. Well, hold on. Hazo, my hombre, why won't it move? Hey, bud, move! Oh no, I think this one might have, joined the big beetle battle in the sky.
It's a figurine, so not the moving kind.
What? A figure? So, it's a fake?
Man alive, you seem a little surprised. Wait, you didn't actually think this was a real Oni Kabuto, did you? No, surely not. Ito, old chap, you must have seen from the photograph that it was a figurine. Don't tell me you didn't notice. Really?
You little punk! Give me my Emperor Oni Kabuto now!
Free Oni Kabuto lunch. Is there such a thing as a free Oni Kabuto? Or does nothing in life come for free? Run, guys!
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
Run, or you'll never be free again. Thanks for the blessing, Mika. But that's it for Hazo's Hangout, as well as to get the name right. The Almighty Arataki Extraordinaire and Exhilarating Extreme Beetle Brawl. Thanks for joining me today, as we took a look at those two things, which included a lot more Arataki Ether than I expected, as well as Beetles and Brawls. But I like when things fit together unintentionally. That should be it for Genshin Impact for this version of the game, because it should be ending with this event in 5 days. I think Overflowing Mastery also ends in 5 days, yeah. So everything's ending in 5 days, meaning this version ends in 5 days. Who knows what the next version will hold for us? Surely things worth showing off. Until then, thank you for watching. Goodbye. And when I woke up, I was a beetle, ready to brawl. I think that's what Kafka said.